All right, so the final episode of a multi-month stream is always an emotional thing because not only is there whatever's going on in the game, but there's like the pressure of, I mean, pressure isn't maybe the right word, but there's a lot of feelings tied up in like having this experience because to a certain degree I take seriously, I know you probably can't tell because in some ways I'm such a hot mess, but I do take seriously like the fact that I'm doing this for and with all of you. And I want to make sure that you have a good time too. And my biggest number one anxiety is whether the people whose like happiness I am shepherding at some point in time are actually feeling that happiness. And so there's like kind of that. There's the like, you know, like when you like anticipate something and then when you come down from it, you always crash, like holidays and conventions and things. So there's a lot of stuff like that that's tied up into the end of games. If you add on top of that the fact that I tend to play very emotional games, and the games that I get most invested in are the very emotional games, it's gonna be a lot. So what we might do after this is bounce over to the Flutie Pies Discord to have a voice chat that you're welcome to participate in, whether you want to talk with your actual human voice or you want to listen in with your human ears and then type text on screen. We might do that just to kind of like talk depending on like how much of like I need to like walk down from this or not. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's been a really great adventure. One of the funniest things, and I know I keep talking about this, is the fact that Final Fantasy VII was this game that I just hated. Like, hated. Like, you couldn't mention it around me without me getting super mad and being like, oh god, I hate that game. Why do people like it? It's so terrible. It's the worst cast. Its story is incomprehensible. I didn't like anyone in it. And then, like, this happened. And, like, I mean, we have Crisis Core to thank for that. Oh, Hinagashi has redeemed posture check. I'm actually sitting with good posture tonight for once. But it's really funny and weird and cool to me that it turns out even like an entire lifetime of bias against this game is not enough to make me dislike it. And specifically the fact that I hated Aerith so much. And yet I don't know if you can tell, I'm wearing pink tonight in honor of my girl Aerith because she's my best girl. And like that's I don't know. And now I'm writing the 90s sports anime fanfic about it. That's right, Killinger. By the way, for everyone, the first chapter of the Squats King of Shinrai is now live on my AO3 account. So if you feel like reading that, it's 6,000 words. Apparently it feels very short to me. I don't know if it feels very short to you. Aerith is not in it yet, but she will be. You can be sure of that. So go ahead and hop on and read that. I hope you enjoy it. I've been trying really hard to not feel pressure on that and just, I'm writing it for my little closeted queer 90s girl, Lauren, who would not understand why it exists, but who desperately needed it. And I'm really glad that, I don't know, I'm really glad that I have been moved. Oh, speaking of Aerith and things, because I was gonna say I'm really glad I've been moved to like create things by this game. If you missed on this past Saturday, we did some fan art. I streamed for 7 hours by accident. This is just gonna be a warm-up. But as you can see, it's not just a warm-up. Like, there's a lot of love and care put into that. The hair in particular, I'm pretty proud of that. So yeah, I guess I'll be drawing her again. Hopefully, okay. We're gonna talk a little bit. I mean, you know I'm gonna talk before we start this stream, and then you know I'm gonna talk a lot in this stream. So here's like, we're just gonna keep talking before this stream. This is episode 25. You know what you're getting into by now. So I know that there is, I know because I have experienced the game and I don't remember much at all about it, but I do know a couple of the major plot beats, and I've also existed on the internet for the past like 20 something years. So I know Aerith dies. And I didn't care when it happened in the original. I'm gonna care a lot, folks. I really hope they don't. Like, they could just not. This is me transitioning to what we're gonna talk about with the game. Because, like, unless they kill her this stream. In which case, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So, if you didn't stick around to the very, very end last time, which I don't blame you for, but it was, like, one of the most exciting things I've ever gushed about on stream, and I've been streaming, and I gush a lot. But I will give you the quick summary of the idea that is either stupid or brilliant. I don't know which, that popped into my head. Last time, if you'll recall, so I had been calling them sand wraiths or time wraiths or whatever, but they're actually called whispers, which is a great name. I don't think it fits their design. I kind of wish they'd done something a little different with their design, so I didn't have the exact reaction that I did. But somebody, maybe it was Chrono, made an offhand comment. By the way, okay, derailing for a second, folks who were here from the very beginning heard this. Folks who didn't, okay, so because I finished that fanfic in time, an hour and a half before my deadline of streaming, Chrono did squats for me. Chrono did 10 squats for me and filmed it to prove that he did, because he is a good friend and a good mod, and I think we should all just have a shout out to Chrono for being one of the pillars of this community. Thank you, my friend. Well, in honor of Zach is appropriate. But so somebody, I think it might have been Chrono, made some offhand comment, because I was like, I was so mad that they killed Wedge. I was like, they did this whole thing where they saved Wedge, and I was so happy because like it made more sense, like narrative wise, emotionally, like it makes the tragedy more manageable and also more effective by having that contrast, and I really liked it, and it made it so I could bear the death of everyone else better. And then they just went and just like killed him like that. He like died off screen. It wasn't even 100% clear, but like he was like basically like, please no, and then like it sounds like they push him out the tower window, which like, I'm sorry, you're not gonna survive that fall. And I was so mad. I was like, how can they do that? It is because of him that all these people that were supposed to die lived. And I was so happy that he lived, and now they kill him in this way. What the heck? And I was so mad about that. And some, like I said, somebody who I think was Chrono made some offhand comment about the whispers doing that. And I was like, oh, wait, if the whispers are trying to fix it, that's because they've been trying to make sure that a predetermined fate, destiny happens, which we know we've been talking about that some. And they've been preventing anyone from deviating from what's supposed to happen. And so I had this idea that popped into my head of what if the fated, destined path is what we know the story to, what you know the story to be. Because you know Final Fantasy VII, and I might as well not know Final Fantasy VII, but still, like, there is known a plot that everybody has been waiting to see, like, okay, they've expanded this section, but it's still the same plot. But it's only deviated in a few ways other than the expansion and adding characters. It's only had things happen differently a couple of times. And the big one is Wedge living and Wedge saving those people who were supposed to, I think they were supposed to die, but they didn't when the tower came down, when the pillar came down. And that's the big thing that changed. And I thought that was super cool and I loved it. But that actually is a big change. Like emotionally, narratively, it's a big change that works and fits. But also from the point of view of like the life stream and living and dying and the balance of the world or whatever, that's a big deal. And the whispers didn't stop that from happening. And so whether, I don't know if they like saved Barrett or brought Barrett back when he got stabbed, because I'm like, he's not supposed to get stabbed. Why did he get stabbed? Maybe it wasn't a real stab and it just looked like a stab because there's all this like glamour, there's another word for it, illusion magic stuff happening that we see as something Jenova can do. But no, there was a whisper involved in Barrett not dying, because we saw a whisper come out of his wound and he stood up and he was fine. Oh my god, I love the names we're calling these. Plottergeists, fate janitors, lore enforcers, gatekeepers. Whatever they are called as our cute nicknames, but the whispers. Like, they prevented Barrett from dying there. Rufus is supposed to go on the Drama Queen scale, but I had only so many things I could do prior to this stream, and I decided not to prioritize putting Rufus on the Drama Queen scale. I will make up for it by making him the very dramatic character that he is in the fanfic. So I have to get far enough to introduce him. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I think that it's safe to say that he is going down. I think I would put him to the right of Barrett, would be my guess. I don't know that he's down with, I guess he did monologue. Sephiroth monologued at the end of Crisis Core, so like, somewhere in that vicinity. But so I'm really excited about this idea that what they're doing is setting up a deviation from the narrative. When you introduce the concept of destiny and fate in a story, you can either have your characters go up against fate and lose, or go up against fate and win. And either way, like there's something very important and thematic or emotional that happens there. I don't think this is a game where we're going to try to go against fate and ultimately lose. Like, maybe we'll go up against fate and fate will win and fate will win and then fate loses. That could happen. But I don't think that ultimately this is going to be a story of nothing we can do can change the fate of the world. I don't think so, because that tends to be kind of like an almost like oppressive and dark thing that you're doing with that, which would fit with the cyberpunk dystopia, but I don't think this is that kind of a cyberpunk dystopia story. I think this is ultimately going to be a story of people triumphing despite everything. And so I don't think that it fits that. So I think we're going to, at some point, we're going to face fate, and we're going to win. Even if it's not every time. I think that at some point that's going to happen. Now, it's also possible that fairly early on, and by fairly early on I mean at the end of this game, because there's going to be sequels, like the rest of the Crisis Core series is going to continue, that we're going to depart, because this is Destiny's Crossroads is what this chapter is called. So it's possible that at this point they're going to be like, okay, you think you know what's going to happen? We're going off the rails. Bye, Final Fantasy VII, folks. You thought you knew it was going to happen. You have no idea. And they could do that, or they could not. I don't know. We'll find out soon. But for me personally, and I kind of wonder if this is something that they're doing or not. No, Lauren, you had things you were going to say. Things I was going to say. I hope that they do this, because from a meta perspective, and as a person who tells stories myself, the opportunity of having the destined fate be something that a huge percentage of the people who are experiencing your story know, and being able to pull this on them, and to know that, like, within the context of the game, all it is the main characters know that there's supposed to be this destiny, and then they're going to fight it. But we, again, not me, because my memory is terrible, but we know what that destiny is, and so our expectations are being defied. And is there Sophie? I don't think she's here. I think she's still outside of my room. But like, I was talking about this with a friend, and she pointed out to me that this has been done before in the Star Trek remake movies, where there is the fate that you know in, like, the original in Wrath of Khan, and then they invert your expectations there, and you know that you're deviating from things, and so it's kind of it's kind of similar in some ways to that, but it's different because you're interacting. So you're interacting with this story, and you expect the story that you are walking around through this. You are participating in this, and it's going to if my theory is correct, it's going to depart. It's going to deviate from what you expect it to be. And that's really exciting and cool because there aren't that many other games that you could do this with. Like this remake, if they're doing what I think they're doing, it can only be done once like this because it's never been done before like this in gaming. And what other narrative-driven game has been such a part of the culture of people who play video games that they can count on a significant number of people who play this game coming to it with an understanding of what the destined story is? Like, there aren't really, like, what else besides Final Fantasy VII could possibly do this? So I really hope they do this because as a storyteller, like, just to have this opportunity is, right? Because I was getting goosebumps just thinking about it, like, just like flying off the handle, just like, oh my god, I was talking to a friend about this, just like typing like a million words per minute, and she's the one who was like, I mean, there was the Star Trek movies, and I'm like, it's different, I swear it's different. But it's so cool because they are making you, the player, part of the breaking of destiny. You are the keeper of destiny and you have your expectations, and you, the longtime fan of Final Fantasy VII who don't want the game to depart, you're trying to keep fate as it is written because that is the story you love and the story you want and the story you expect, and they are going to defy your expectations just as they defy fate in the context of the game world. How often do you get to deliver a powerful experience that is both powerful within the context of the story itself and outside of that context, a meta experience for the person engaging in the story? Like, isn't that cool? Whether you love or hate whatever they wind up doing, just like purely on a craft level as a storyteller, I'm losing my mind over the coolness of that, and I really hope they do it. Even if I'm like, I'm so mad at the thing they did, I'm still gonna, I mean, conceivably they could do something that I hate so much that I can't make that distinction. But honestly, I feel like it's like fourth wall breaking, but not. It's different. Because fourth wall breaking is usually done like with this like ironic humor sort of thing. And this is like deadly serious. This is kind of like in the Neverending Story when the childlike empress looks through the screen and talks to you, the viewer. When you're reading the book, when they look at you reading the book about Bastion, reading the book about Atreyu, and you realize that's what they mean by the Neverending Story. A story is always being told and it is always being experienced. And when you read a story, you become a part of the sharing of that story. And you, watching me, watching the story, we're perpetuating that. And I think it's beautiful because stories and experiences are meant to be shared. Like, as far as I'm concerned, like, I love the idea of, like, we are the universe telling stories to understand itself. Like, I really enjoy that as a kind of like existential answer to existential questions. So that's part of why I'm so psyched about this. So I'm really thrilled that this is something I can even consider. And I'm going to tie this back to my favorite moment to talk about from Crisis Core. Please forgive me, but it's a fantastic example of priming you to think about fate being defied. You know Zack's gonna die. You know Zack's gonna die. It's so obvious, even though you don't, even if you didn't know what was going to happen in that story, you would still know Zack was probably gonna die at that point. But you still hope because they give you an unexpected reason to hope, and you think maybe this time it will be different. And it wasn't. But you thought it might be. And for that moment, you had hope. And so what they were doing there was taking you on an emotional journey, giving you hope so that they could take it away, so that the loss that you thought you were anticipating could be even more devastating. But they've already played with the idea of your expectations and making you think that maybe it'll be different this time. What if it is different this time? What then? What then? How cool is that? So I'm really excited about this. Like I said, from a craft perspective. So someone was asking me, because I love Zack so much, because I do love Zack very much, Like, do I think that there's going to be anything about Zack in this game? I mean, I think there's going to have to be eventually. I know that in the original there's a section where you like have a flashback. So I know that happens. I don't know when that happens. So I don't think it's going to happen here because we just did the Hojo thing. So, and Hojo did that. So I don't actually know, like, but short of that, like, no. I think that the only way Zack can show up is when Cloud is ready to confront his trauma. And I could see him having, like, a reaction to, like, I could see him, like, confronting his trauma, and I could see, like, a manifestation of Zack either from his imagination or from the live stream coming through and being like, my friends, let me lead you through into, like, yourself, you know? And that would be really cool. And I would really like that. But something like that. I don't think Zack is going to show up because he's dead. And unless we're going to, like, travel back through time and undo everything, but I don't think we're going to do that. I don't think the Whispers want that. And they're the only ones that really have the power to do that sort of thing. So no, I don't think that Zack is going to be a big part of this. And the reason why I think that we're going to have to wait until Cloud has dealt with his trauma is because when Aerith said Zack's name, Cloud didn't hear it. When there was a line of dialogue that I swear to God was Zack speaking it, it was in Cloud's voice because Cloud can't hear or acknowledge Zack because Cloud has issues. You thought you had missed some, Walter. Did you not think I was going to talk for 20 minutes? Do you not know me? I'm sorry. But, like, I feel like if you're here for this long, you know what you're getting into. So I think it's going to be a really beautiful moment when Cloud is able to, like, let Zack into his memories. And that's what I anticipate happening with that. But I don't think we're going to get that in this game. I think that they've done too much setting up the mystery of what's going on in Cloud's head, but they don't have time to unravel it. So I think we're going to be doing that in the next game, would be my guess. So buckle up. We've got like a whole year or whatever before we can start digging into Cloud's damaged psyche. Oh man. So yeah, as far as what happens from here, I literally have no idea, folks. I have no idea. I have no idea. Like literally I have no idea what's going to happen next at this point. And that's cool and exciting. And I don't know whether a person who's played the original would know what's going to happen next at this point. Like, I don't know. So I think that's awesome. So a reminder to folks, this is my first time playing this game. And since I don't really remember 7, this is basically a complete first playthrough. So if you want to say spoilers, you may go to our Discord. Ask the mods to please give you privileges to join the stream spoilers channel, and then just yell together. Just like yell. You're welcome to go there. Please don't spoil here. I know it can be really hard to sit on your hands and bite your tongue, which is why we made that spoiler channel, which I appreciate. Everyone's been very, very kind. And since we made that, I've kind of given it a space, because when I say my dumb and possibly correct ideas and you're like vibrating with the need to say something, you have a place to happen. Oh, I'm good. I'm glad it's blowing up. And feel free to join the Discord. It's a friendly group of people. Like I said, we might do a voice chat after this, kind of for closure, tonight after the stream is over. So we'll see kind of how that goes. I might need a moment depending on how much of a mess I am, but we'll see. But yeah, so feel free to join. It's a friendly group of folks. It's these folks and more folks. So yeah. Also, a reminder to anyone, it's a reminder to those of you who've seen me before, to other people who have not seen my endgame stuff, and you might have noticed, last time we went through a big chunk of the game where I just wasn't even looking at chat. When I'm in endgame stuff, that frequently happens. Like for a couple of reasons. One, spoilers. Two, it's really hard to keep up with, and it can be kind of jarring, bouncing back and forth between the game. I'm dusting off my screen. Between the game. God, wow. I need to dust off the screen more often. Can you see? Look at that dust bunny. Ugh, no good. Lauren, totally pro streamer here. It can be hard to bounce back and forth, but also like I want to be like immersed in the story, so I may kind of like sort of forget I'm streaming and get in the zone. That happens. I figure that's what we're all here for. This is our cycle of making the story never ending. So yeah. Do we have any questions before we dive in? Any questions? Any non-spoilery ideas or anything? Or are we just going to scream a lot with Chrono? Am I ready? Honestly, no. I'm never ready. It's like saying goodbye to a friend. Oh man, Yamama Nama. Okay, the Final Fantasies that I have played. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy V, which I didn't beat, Final Fantasy VI, which I'm literally obsessed with, Final Fantasy VII apparently at some point in time has passed through my life, Final Fantasy VIII, a disc and a quarter, did not beat it, Final Fantasy IX, I love it very much, there's fan art on my wall, Final Fantasy X, you guys watched me play through that, Final Fantasy XIV, which I'm now playing on Wednesdays, by the way, if you want to hear me tear into some theories, they've got some cool stuff happening with lightness, darkness, and balancing the universe. It's good stuff. Also politics. So it's good. I'm enjoying it a lot. Have I played any other Final Fantasies? This Final Fantasy and Crisis Core. Those are Final Fantasies. That's it. That's my Final Fantasy. I haven't played 12 yet. It's on my list. As a reminder to everybody, the games we're going to play on Thursdays after this is Hades, Disco Elysium, and Hollow Knight. Yes. So, yeah, there are a lot of Final Fantasies, but I like them. That's mosey. Yeah, and I may not remember Final Fantasy VII, but I do remember Greek mythology, so that'll be a different fun. So, yeah. So all of that will happen. But for now, before we do that, don't forget to, read my fanfic. If you leave me a comment, it will, make my day. And listen to my song if you haven't listened to my song. And I got the fan art. This thing is, fanfic, fan art, fan music. I think it's safe to say, folks, I think I like Final Fantasy VII Remake. And however much it might confuse teenage Lauren, I'm happy for it. And I'm super excited to have had this opportunity. So, let's do that. I've been trying to do self-promotion a little bit. I apologize if it's been annoying. Sophie! I'm not very good at it, but I'm trying to be better about doing it. Before we dive in, let me see if I can get my cat. Cat. Soft. Will you come say hi? Hold on. No, she goes right back out the door. She's like, no, none of this. Yeah, no, it's good. And I much prefer to enjoy things than not enjoy things. I'm not one of those people who, is on the internet and just wants to tell you how much I hate stuff. Okay, Kath says, let's stretch. Arms over the head, folks. We're going to dive in. We've talked for half an hour. Now it's time to play a game. I think we're still going to beat this. I think we're close enough to the end that I think we're still going to beat this, even with half an hour. Oh my god, Stealth, I just talked for half an hour about stuff because that's what I do. I talk. But you made it. Hi. Welcome. Set up a channel analyzing the deep lore and maybe eventually. I've actually been thinking about how I'm going to do that. So we'll see. Man. I don't know if Scarlet would go on the drama queen scale. I don't know that she's dramatic. I just don't like her. Why did I think she was a Turk? I don't know why I thought she was a Turk. She and Tifa have a slap fight, and I thought she was a Turk, and I hated her. All right, Kath. I appreciate that, and I respect that. I appreciate that Allie's saying hi to YouTube. Also, hi, YouTube. Thank you for putting up with all of that. They get to skip through things. All of you are here. You have to sit for the entire talk. Oh, man. Hojo is the worst. I really think he's the worst. I really think that I hate Hojo more than anyone else in this game. I actually wonder whether he's on the list of video game characters that I hate the most. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a big realization. I really hate him. Lots. Wow. Yeah. See, I was talking about how much I hate Nidhogg in Final Fantasy XIV and how great it is because that's intentional. They were like, we want to make you hate Nidhogg. And I'm like, mission successful. Same thing with Hojo. Man. Yeah, he's so awful, but so human in his awfulness. And I take it personally because I love Zack. And now I love Cloud. So he's really awful. Yeah, well, I mean, like I said last time, I feel sorry for Sephiroth because Sephiroth, before things break in Sephiroth, and then he turns into whatever Sephiroth clone ghost illusion Sephiroth cell thing is happening here. When he's actually Sephiroth, I like him a lot. He's a nice guy. He's like kind of aloof and a little bit mean, but he's a good person and I like him. And so I feel really bad that he's been reduced to this, that he's this iconic villain, but he's not. And that's an interesting conflict there. So yeah. Oh no, I understand why he broke, and I think that's really good. But for him to be this like iconic evil villain, and I just look at the only like real pure actual Sephiroth experience that we have in Crisis Core, and I'm just like, that's a tragedy, you know? And that's so much better and more interesting than just being bad evil. So, yeah. Sophie, are you gonna come in or not? Sophie, I don't know if you could hear that. Soph. I was writing fanfic instead of playing with my cat today, and she has feelings on the matter. So, last time... God, I don't have a jump button. Why don't I have... I'm mashing what's the jump button in 14. So hard. Last time, we rode a vehicle. Let's go visit our vehicles, shall we? Look at how cool my motorcycle is. That I came rolling up on like a cool dude. Look at how uncool. You know, I really appreciate how little bitty this pickup truck is. And maybe it's because I grew up in Texas. But the idea of a teeny, tiny, itty bitty little baby mini pickup truck is just really cute. Like, I want to be like, I pat it on the head and then I put a hat on it. It needs a hat. It needs a hat and a name, and it needs to say howdy partner. Doesn't it? Yeah, and I know Japanese cars are different sizes and shapes versus American cars, but also I'm from Texas and pickup trucks. So, oh, does it have 3 wheels? Wait. Oh my god, it's got 3 wheels. It's a little tri truck. I bet there's a word. If I could jump, I would jump in there. What's inside the car? How many seatbelts does it have? Does it have seatbelts? I don't think it... Hold on. No, this is very important. No, Cloud, stop. Oh my god, I just want to see. I don't think it has seatbelts. That's dangerous, folks. It does look like a boat. It really does. Man. Very few of my exes live in Texas, actually. Just like 2 of them, actually. The rest of them don't. Not that there's a huge number of them, but... Okay, so let us consult the map. I hit the right button. End of the road. Yes, this is the road and it ends. That's a good name. Oh man, there's a photo mode in the PS5 version of this game. That's a dangerous and wonderful thing for me to have access to. Did you see what happened when I played Wind Waker? Sorry if you hear my cat. What is she? Okay, yeah, sorry, just ignore her. Alright. So we've got some construction going on. Huh, what are they constructing? What are you constructing? Why do you have like these giant cranes? What are they building? If I could jump, I would know. But instead I'm just gonna try to clip through the wall. I'm sorry, you guys aren't here to watch me like look at the wall, but that's what you're getting. I'm trying to make sense of like put us in the context of the world, what's happening, you know? Okay. Wait. Cloud? He looks so sad and confused. In my mind, I'm compartmentalizing him as a separate character versus the Sephiroth that I knew in Crisis Core. You might have picked up on that.
Okay, asshole, let's...
What's going on, Aerith?
Don't.
What's going on, Aerith?
And you're wrong.
Yeah. She knows that he's not
Those who
real.
look with clouded eyes see nothing but shadows.
Please don't be
Everything
Genesis.
about you is wrong.
Yes!
All born are bound to her. Should this world be unmade, so too shall her children.
The world won't end today. For you. You will.
Do I have to fight him? Am I seriously gonna fight Sephiroth? Oh yeah, the Whispers are having they're having a heyday. They're having a Whisper convention.
Listen,
What are they changing? What are they stopping? What are they doing?
destiny comes.
Like, is Sephiroth not supposed to be here? In the original, is Sephiroth not here? Wait, wait.
We drag our asses all this way. This is the welcome we get.
You're not gonna make me go through this again! No, you're not! No, you're not! No, you're not!
Boy, oh boy.
No, 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 no.
The price of freedom is steep. Embrace your dreams. And whatever happens, protect your honor. As a soldier! Come and get it!
Waiting cloud.
Why? Don't.
This is the point of no return.
Am I gonna go save Zach? Am I gonna go save Zach? Because that's not just changing the expectations for people who played Final Fantasy VII, the original. That's changing the expectations for people like me.
Destiny's crossroads.
Then why did you stop me?
I'm not really sure. What will we find on the other side? Freedom. Boundless, terrifying freedom.
We're going back there!
Like a great, never-ending sky.
I literally just said I didn't
What you
think
heard just now,
they were gonna
voices
do
of the
that.
planet.
Are we gonna do that?
Those born into this world, who lived and who died, who return, are howling in pain.
Because of him, Sephiroth?
Their words, they don't reach him. All these moments and memories, precious and fleeting, they're like rain rolling off his back. And when they're gone, he won't cry or shout or anything.
He's just destroying.
He'd tell you that he only cares about the planet, that he'd do everything in his power to protect and preserve it. But this isn't the way it's supposed to be. There's no greater threat to the planet than him. Sephiroth has to be stopped. He has to be. And that's why I'm asking you to help me. I know that together we can do this. But if we do,
Everything changes.
we'll be changing more than fate itself. If we succeed, if we win, we'll be changing ourselves.
Oh my god!
I guess maybe that's why I hesitated.
We're gonna do this. Are we really gonna do this? What's that?
You said it yourself. He has to be stopped.
Is this Sephiroth
Frankly, I've heard enough howling for a lifetime.
worse than the original Sephiroth? Was he not like this in the original? Was this Sephiroth not actually what Sephiroth is like in the original? Okay, go buy stuff from the vending machine. Oh my god. Because like I don't know what Sephiroth was like in the original up till this point. So I don't know. Like, does he not show up like that? Is he not a presence? Is Sephiroth already breaking fate and reality? And if so, are the Whispers actually guiding us to bring us specifically to do this, to say something went horribly wrong that wasn't supposed to happen? I don't think that's actually a question that I actually mean to be asked. But he is different earlier, then I kind of wonder what the experience is like if you know what he's supposed to be like and you're like, that's weird. This Sephiroth seems different than I remember Sephiroth being. I guess they're expanding on it. Am I seriously gonna go back there? By the way, I don't know if you folks could tell, but the moment I saw rock underfoot, I knew where we were and I knew whose foot that was going to be. I remember that part. I also literally just watched the ending of that game multiple times while I was working on that cover. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm actually gonna... Well, I can see why everybody... My sister beat this game and was like, I am so angry. And my friend who I collaborated with on the Crisis Core cover is like, he beat the game and he was like, I'm so happy. And everybody else has had big feelings. But I knew that something had been changed, but I thought it was like, oh, we've introduced a little plot element or something like that. And I knew that it was going to be something specific to Crisis Core fans because the two people who had the biggest feelings were my biggest Crisis Core friends. My sister counts as a friend in this category. So it's like, whatever it is something that people who like Crisis Core are going to have really big feelings about. We're going to fucking save Zack Fair! Where they're not dead because you can't change the story and bring them back. I said when I was playing Crisis Core and I knew that Zack was gonna die, I said, okay, well, in my head canon, they go back to Aerith's church and it's Zack and Aerith and Cloud can come too and they can be an OT3. I'm totally fine with that. And they can have an Angeal puppy and just live in peace in the church. And I joked about that because you can't do this. You don't get to do this in stories. You sure as hell don't get to do this in real life. But you don't get to do this in stories. I really liked Zack, guys. I really love him a lot. Like, if you read the little bits of fanfic that I've written, you can tell from like the moment that he gets described, you're like, this is out of love. Like Zack is like seriously one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters. My sister was really mad. He was one of her favorite characters too, and I think she probably feels like this cheapens his sacrifice. I wonder if they're not gonna triple back on this. This is not going to be like the Turks and the helicopter. I wonder if the Turks and the helicopter are gonna show up. If we do this, are the Turks and the helicopter going to be there? I'm sorry. I know that I can either go to the vending machine or I can go and I can do this, but I can't right now. I'm sorry. I can't do this right now. I need to have a moment. You don't get to do this. Like, you don't get to do this in stories. And I talked so much in Crisis Core about the like inevitability of Zack dying and how you think you're prepared for that tragedy. So I don't know. And Victor, that's a good question. Like, will this make the story better? Will this make the characters better? Will this be a good narrative decision? I don't know. Will I think they've done a good job? I don't know. If I were purely into this for the fan service, I would be like, oh yes, I get to bring back one of my favorite characters. This is awesome. But I'm not. I like good writing and good narrative. If this is purely... Okay. I'm going to swear on this stream. I don't usually swear. I'm going to swear on this stream. If this is Nomura doing his typical Nomura bullshit, I do not have any faith in him. I have gone on the record about how little respect I have for Nomura as a storyteller. I think he's awful. And I think he makes everything worse for being involved with it, including his character designs. So if this is purely Nomura bullshit from here on out, then I will be displeased. But I will also admire the fact that I think what they're doing is really cool and interesting. And when they said that this was Final Fantasy VII Remake, everybody thought it was literally going to be a recreation, expanding it. This is why we're going to get a whole series, folks, because it's going to be different. And that's really cool. But, as Armor Gear says, I don't think Nomura wrote this. And I actually think that you're correct there, friend. I think that is why, as much as I understand the apprehension of how good this is. Like, is this going to be terrible? Up until this point, what have I disliked in the writing of this game? The pacing of the Ghost Train section. The fact that they killed Wedge again, only then I wound up retroactively liking it once I realized what they were doing. What else? What else have I said? These people did a bad job. What else have I said? I really don't think they should have done this. What characterization have I said is not good at these people's hands? This is written by the person who wrote Crisis Core. Crisis Core is good enough that it took a game I'd hated for like 2 decades and made me weep. This could be stupid, self-indulgent, badly written, save your favorite character fanfic. And obviously I don't hate fanfic and I don't think it's terrible, but there's a certain degree of self-indulgence that isn't necessarily quality because that's not its purpose. But these people have given me reasons to have faith in them. So, and yes, actually I hated 7. Like, boy, before I played Crisis Core, you should have asked me what I thought of Final Fantasy VII. You would have gotten an earful. I actually don't think I need any items from the vending machine. I think we're good. Yes, so rewriting a story does come with a risk. I have no emotional attachment to the original game. So I don't care how much they change. That's fine. What I want is for this to be good. I have no reason not to have faith in them. I have no reason not to have faith in them. And if this is written by the people who wrote Crisis Core, then that scene with the Turks where they fake out giving you hope was intentional. And this is them making good on what they set up with that moment that I have never forgotten, that I've probably brought up at least 20 times, maybe more, on this playthrough. They knew what they were doing, and I bet they wanted to do this. I bet they were thinking through it. I want to know what they do. Let's go talk to everyone in the party first, though.
So if we go through that thing, there's no coming back.
Who are we gonna be? Who are we going to be?
Cloud, we should go.
Tifa has no doubt. Who are we going to
Is
be?
it our destiny to defy destiny? It's an interesting question.
Red 13 over here asking the really big questions.
Thank you, Cloud.
If Aerith says that this is the right thing to do, I don't think she's just doing that because she loved Zack, because I think she also loves Cloud. I think if Aerith thinks this is the right thing to do, then I think it's the right thing to do. Are the Whispers making this happen? Or are they trying to prevent it? I don't know. And I will say, straight up, that I understand why my sister hates this. No matter how good the story that happens on the other side of this is, I can understand why my sister hates it. And I can understand... Oh, they have 2 lines of dialogue? Okay, well, we're gonna go and talk to everyone again. I can understand why this would be polarizing. But this also is its own game. For those of you who like Final Fantasy VII, the game that you love exists still. For those of you who love Crisis Core, the game exists still. Although this is Crisis Core 2. This isn't Final Fantasy VII. This is Crisis Core 2. They set this up with the ending of Crisis Core. They put foreshadowing of this, the ending of Crisis Core. And I've not forgotten it. And if I didn't know that Final Fantasy VII existed and I was presented with this as Crisis Core 2, I would be like, ah, this is hearkening back to that thing you did at the end of the first game. That's really smart. That's really cool. Yeah. But I can understand why people don't like it. Changing things is...
If we wait any longer, I don't know.
Changing things is big.
I don't know what kind of freedom we're buying, but I know it'll cost us.
Yes, the price of freedom is high.
Will there be whispers on the other side?
They're like Lauren. Lauren, do you know what we're referencing?
Whatever happens, we'll be okay. As long as we
And I'm
stick
like,
together.
I do know this. I do know this. What on earth would this mean to you if you hadn't played Crisis Core? How would this game function if it wasn't Crisis Core 2? Everything in it is Crisis Core 2. Oh my god, this is Crisis Core 2, folks. This is Crisis Core 2. They have more to say?
Cloud,
No.
we should go.
Okay.
Thank you, Cloud. Ready?
Oh my god. Oh my god, are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do this? Okay, if they do this and then we don't get to save him. Oh, did I hit the wrong button? I did.
Whatever happens, we'll be okay. As long as we stick together.
If they do this and we still don't save him, I'll have words.
Ready?
I'm gonna have words regardless. Let's do it. Let's do it!
Never tried to challenge destiny.
This could well be her last line of defense. It won't be easy.
Please don't kill Aerith. Bet they're gonna kill Aerith. I'm gonna trade my girl for my boy. If they do that, I'll be really mad. I mean, I'll be fine. But I'll be mad. What is the price we're going to have to pay? What are we gonna do about there being 2 clouds? We're traveling through time, not just space. Barrett, are you not going? Barrett? Barrett?
Wouldn't be the first time I spit in Destiny's eye.
Okay, that's referencing whatever happened to his
Whether
hand.
you can see the seams of your kid doesn't change that she's always trying to have it her way. Daddy's coming home real soon, honey.
How many years ago was that? How old is Marlene? How much is changing? Singularity. Where are we? We're in Midgar still. Oh. It looks the same. But what?
Don't know about you, but looks normal to me.
Thanks, Barrett. What?
Over there.
Is it gonna be the windstorm? Because there was a sandstorm. That's...
Okay, that ain't right.
Like, where are we? When are we? Did we go through time? Oh, it hasn't fallen yet. Has it? Where are we going? What are we doing? Oh, that's why it's purple. I was like, something is purple. If something was purple, that's why is it purple? I know that they have an association with purple. Because Jenova's purple. I forgot Jenova was purple. It's nice for them to make Jenova a very different color from the Mako. This isn't good. Jenova definitely was not this in the original. Am I gonna fight Jenova like a Capcom villain? A Capcom final boss. You know what I'm talking about. If you played any PS2 era Capcom games, you know what I mean. They are giant and you fly through space at them regardless of what the gameplay of the rest of the game is. Fortunately, Cloud can parkour. Oh, now I have to. Oh my god. Okay. Whoa! What is even happening here? Other than Cloud being awesome. Like, I don't know where we are or what the context of anything here is. Where I'm trying to go. What? Hey, look at that! It's my dumb little truck. Okay, my friends are okay. Okay. There, it's not here though.
Did you see me? Wouldn't go that far.
Oh, whatever, Barrett.
That's a whisper too, huh?
No.
It's a lot more like an arbiter of fate than the others.
We can beat them.
I want to know how this ties into the human side of the plot. Like, I'm not as interested in
Bring it on.
existential battles as I am. Mr. Rubrum. This is red. Okay, let's see if I remember how to play this game. Okay. Okay. Alright, so you are fire, which means I should probably cast... Oh, wait. This is wind. No, that's earth. Let's try that. Okay, maybe we won't try that. Fine. See if I care. Okay. I should probably use my abilities here.
It's on you.
Watch and learn.
Come on, Barrett. Alright, hold on. Alright. Maximum Fury. Rubrum.
Bring it home.
Maybe don't run at the one that's doing that, actually, come to think of it. Okay, hold on. we're just gonna use the abilities that are my best abilities. Okay, so that didn't work. Is she strong against any of these guys? Let's find out. What do you have equipped? Oh, no. Okay, so us traveling through this. Hold on.
Watch yourself.
I got this.
Okay. Okay, that's not good.
Come on, that ain't fair.
Run!
Okay. So this feels like this feels like a final boss to me.
Just go!
Which is strange because this is not even remotely what I expected.
Run, damn it, run! Move your ass!
Like, I'm mostly really confused at this point. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, Barrett can pull him up. Barrett's like, man, you weigh nothing. Little bitty. Little bitty. Okay. Triple slash, always a good idea. Okay, there's a laser beam. Good to know. I don't really want to get laser beams. Okay, what spells do you have? You should cast Blizzard on Rubrum. That should be super effective. Did it not cast? Did it not cast? Oh, I guess I should probably heal Tifa. Wait, who just said mother? That sounded like Cloud. Was that Cloud? I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good. Okay, I got distracted. I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to do here. No, do not erode no. Okay, you're gonna cure... Everybody needs it. Okay. Oops! That wasn't so good. You're going to cure yourself again. Yeah.
Good luck.
Let's do this.
Do it.
Abilities, triple slash.
Deal with that.
Okay. Ah! Barrett, don't die. Please don't die. Barrett's like, what if I die, though? No, Barrett! I said not to do that. Jeez! Okay, Barrett. What was I gonna do? Oh, right! Steel skin! That's what I was gonna do. Oh, he just got lasered. Okay. Punch this thing. Punch this thing. And then heal Barrett so he doesn't die, is the thing. Barrett be not dead. Not undead. That's different. Okay.
Don't give up.
Alright. Hit the bad guy with your fists. We've all got some health now. Okay, you're going to Star Shower. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do here. Get laser beams? No, I don't think that's what I'm supposed to do. I think I should probably focus my attention. Okay, so you're doing air. I swear. Oof. Okay, I'm just gonna hit you. No dignity or grace or beauty here. Oof, that's not good.
Damn it.
Wait, why can't I heal my party? Oh my god, okay. Alright. So we are, I guess reality as we know it is being unmade. Oh, do I hit you? I hit you, okay. I can do that. Oh, look at that little bus. Little Volkswagen bus hanging out there. Oh goodness. Okay, let's not hit those. Hello. Join the party. Oh, come on. Do an ability at it. Triple slash it. Yeah, that's it. Cross that distance really fast. Oh no, look at it! It's trying to do super fast stuff too. No, you don't get to do that. Okay.
Take the lead.
Okay. Focus shot. Oh no! Okay, you're going to heal, actually. That's probably a good idea. Try to keep us from dying. What? Cloud! Stop sassing! Whatever! What are you? Squall? Wrong game.
I've got you covered.
Man, Cloud has the most health of, or not health, magic of everyone. Maybe he should be the one healing. Okay, hold on. I should probably heal. I should probably have Cloud do healing. I default to her healing because she's such a close range fighter. Okay. Okay, I guess I'm gonna heal Tifa. Heal Tifa, don't let her die. Is she okay? She got. Oh my god, it's doing whirlwind tornadoes. Okay, so this is clearly us fighting it. All right, this is the actual fight against it. No, heal him. That is not being. No. Okay, hold on. Heal Barrett, please. Heal Barrett. Okay, there's a hold on. They've got the controls up at the top of the screen. There's a guard button. It's a guard button. Yeah, did you see who just blocked that? It was me. Look, it wouldn't be Lauren Streams a Game if I wasn't remembering or learning basic game mechanics during final encounters, alright? Let us not forget Majora's Mask when I remembered I had a shield. 1 heart away from death. With no fairies left. Oh, you don't get to put your sword up in the middle of a flurry. Ah, stop that! Oh my god. Okay. Also, sorry, chat, that I'm not paying attention to you. I hope you don't feel too neglected. No, that's the wrong thing. Oh, I have arrow. I forgot I had arrow. Okay, maximum fury, please. So while he's doing it, oh, I've got the weakness equipped. What did she have equipped? Lightning? I don't know, but I should have apparently been punching as her this whole time. Okay, abilities, Star Shower, although that's not a weakness, but she's gonna do it. Oh my god, just like hit it so much. Why is it not dying? Okay, it's defeated. Oh wait, I forgot to assess it. I don't even know Chadley exists in this universe, so sorry, honey.
Good luck.
Did we do it?
Okay. I was worried about that. No!
What the hell did I just see?
A glimpse of tomorrow if we fail here today.
What? 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 Okay, so now we're being divided into the boys and the girls. That's Jenova though, it's purple. So would Jenova not have tried to destroy everything
Damn it. How do we stop these things?
if we hadn't tortured her?
The big one is way over there. However,
Thanks, Red. Well
These guys
observed.
are right here.
Okay. The little like wiggle thing makes me think of something from some game, and I can't think of what it is. When in doubt, triple slash because it crosses these. Oh, did you just heal? Did you just heal, you little butt? I don't approve of that. Okay, one of you I'm hitting you with your weakness, so I'm just gonna just hit you both with your weakness. Oh my god, I am your weakness. My sword is your weakness. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that a sword would be my weakness too. I'm pretty sure that's true of most of us. No, what, no, hit it with the sword. Cloud, hit it with the sword. I gotta admit, I expected that the end of this game would make sense. And it's not so far, but that's okay. Like, I understand the thought of what we're doing. Vicarious, oh, vicarious wounds. Oh, I'm hurting the big one by hurting the little ones. I got it.
Finish it.
Say your prayer.
Oh my god, that was a cool one. That was a cool one. Did Barrett just get out of commission? Don't do that. I don't like that. Okay, hold on. I should probably heal. Alright. Did you see me observe a thing on the screen, read the words, and understand what it meant? We've come so far. We've come so far. No, you stop that! You little brat! Whatever. I'm not scared of you. I'm gonna triple slash you. I'm gonna wave you. Whatever. Do I look afraid? I'm not afraid of you. Get back here! Oh my god. Where did I go? Hit the thing. Hit the thing. Like, when you're afraid you're gonna take too long to go over there. Oh, that's why they show you there. They show you the big thing to let you know that it's taking damage. Well. No, not that one. This one right here. This one.
See ya. That's that.
Let's go Sephiroth on it. Come on, no, Cloud, come on. Stop, honey, stop.
Take him down.
Okay. I love this move. I love it so much. It's so good. Okay. That one is defeated. Okay, so it's losing arms and stuff. That's nice. So some part of its essence is in these. I feel like... Oh, you put your fire lasers away. Are lasers just fire? Lasers are probably just fire. This is probably one of those. Lauren, did you know that lasers are just fire? Lauren? That's what's happening here. That's what this is. Okay. Go ahead and do this one. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. That's what I'm talking about. Don't stop till it's done, indeed. Yeah, look at all those vicarious wounds. Ha! I wound you vicariously. You have no arms now. But it's definitely Jenova, because it's Jenova purple. Okay, hold on. I want to heal my party. Where is my ability to heal my party?
This can't be our future.
That's the meteor in the back of the logo.
The future is always a blank page.
But it wasn't a blank page before this. The future was known.
Again? Least they can do is give us a little breather.
I say we split up. Take them down at the same time.
In that case, Ultra Big Boy is all mine.
Alright, Barrett, I love you. Oh, man. I needed an absolutely I love Barrett moment. I'm glad I got one. Not a big fan of using gendered language as an insult, but I understand that that's the norm, and it's less bad to me than some of the stuff that they've given Barrett.
I'll show you what I can do.
Okay. I heard like a few notes that sounded like the main theme of Final Fantasy. I want to interrupt it. Oh my god. Did they just... What is that? Oh, it's a Bahamut! What does that mean in the context of the game world? Where did the summons come from? What are summons in the context of the Final Fantasy universe?
Now you're in for it. Duty calls.
Ifrit is probably the wrong choice. I probably should have gone with one of my non-elemental ones against Bahamut. So Bahamut is the one you don't want. You don't want Bahamut. Ah! Heal, please. Please heal. Heal. Heal, spell. No, don't you. Do not Mega Flare me, please.
So it's my turn?
I'm so glad that it's Bahamut, but I'm also really sad that it's Bahamut. I love Bahamut. Bahamut is one of the summons that I like. Actually, one thing I do like about the Final Fantasy series, I'm sorry, you're just gonna get Lauren rambles about things. Let's try to not die. Come on.
No need to panic.
One of the things that I love about...
Let's dance, asshole.
I'm sorry, I feel like the dialogue is very real and I love it so much. Like, I love when the characters just swear because they're mad. It's great. Like, whoever is like, don't swear is not good. Like, I try not to swear on stream because I find that not swearing on stream leads to a stream community culture that is important to me, and also I like no, you killed him! No, 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 no. Oh wait, never mind, this is my dude. You carry on. Well, that's good. Thanks, Cloud. Sorry.
A second.
Okay. Cure. Get your cure back, get your pet. Okay. I was saying things that I'm going to go back to saying once I'm not dying anymore. Please cure Cloud! Please cure Cloud! I don't care that he has a number the internet likes. Please don't kill him. Okay. Look at me using my various controls, okay? Can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that I know how to play a game now? Wait, why is he not healed? Please heal him. Do you hear the ba-da-da-da-da? There's a little bit. No, stop lasering me! I don't want to be lasered! Sorry, this is part of why the microphone is not right next to my face this time. It's because, or at least it's next to my face, but it's to the side of my face. Oh, Tifa has a limit break. No, you stop lasering me! Oh my god. Okay. This music is good and not super bad. Everything is horrible. Oh, am I your weakness? Am I your weakness? Am I your weakness? Huh? 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 Hold on.
Get ready.
Get back here! I'm not done Sephirothing you! Get your butt back here, you big dummy dum-dum! Oh, I thought that said floaty, but it's flurry. I don't want that. Oh no! Tifa, you need to limit break at this guy. Can you limit break at this guy? Yes, limit break at one of these guys. This one? Okay. Tifa is out of magic because I guess I had her as my healer before. I should probably do something about that at some point. But I'm gonna heal my party first. Well, I was gonna heal my party first. Yes! Yes! Okay. We're gonna switch. Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna show you what avalanche is made of.
Yeah. Okay, health-wise, you're going to heal the party. No, heal the party. Oh, look at how cool this is. Red is howling at the moon. Chakra materia improved. I should remember that I have that. If Aerith doesn't die in this game, she might not die! I mean, the thing is, we don't know if any characters are safe from here on out, but we also don't know for sure if anyone in the game is going to die. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god, that's so amazing! Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm having feelings right now. Hold on. Feelings, feelings, feelings. So many feelings.
Enough. Barret, now.
love the characters' voices. That's a spirit, Barret. Fire off a shot. Something's defeated. Tifa got a level. No, no, no! No, I know what that was.
Did we beat him? Think so.
We're defeating the known history. That's what we're seeing. I know what that scene was. That was Aerith dying. That was Aerith being killed. I don't remember what the deal is with that materia, but it's a really special and important thing. But that means she's not gonna die. That means she's not gonna die. I'm sorry, I'm really excited about this. I really like Aerith. I know you haven't noticed that yet. I don't know what these other fates are that we're avoiding. I don't know what any of the rest of them are. I bet you do. We're gonna see Zack not die, aren't we? We're gonna see Zack not die, aren't we? Oh my god. I don't know where that was. These are visions of the future that's not gonna come true.
We did it.
Okay. You're gonna go ahead and use some ethers on the party.
This one.
Am I even doing damage? I don't think I am. I think that was a minute of like, take some breaths and get some stats back. Holy crap, it's big! It's big. Cloud, please shoot it with your sword. I don't know why that's the verb I used, but it's the verb I used. Can you triple slash up there? No. Oh, wait. Okay. We're just gonna do this a whole bunch. Oh, he leveled up! Is it gonna be? Is it? Where are we? Where are we?
Where are we?
Thanks, Cloud. Come on, Aerith. Please don't kill her. Please don't.
I'm waiting, Cloud.
No, please don't. Please don't.
What the hell is this?
This is... Sephiroths.
Understand where the Whisper's trying to help him? Is he using them? Why is everything destroyed? What are you? I assume he's just Jenova at this point. It would actually be kind of nice to have a chance to say goodbye to old Sephiroth. If there's anything of him left. But at this point, we don't know him. I mean, I know him because he's Angeal's friend. But this isn't him. This isn't Angeal's friend.
Finish this.
Like, what does this mean if you haven't played the other game?
Fate is not to be taken lightly, Cloud. Shut up!
I was about to say that, Cloud. You took the word right out of my mouth. All right, Cloud, we are going to sass this man. Are you ready to have a sass-off, Sephiroth? Just because your name begins with an S doesn't mean you have an advantage. That's not how that works. Telluric. I should know what that means. What does that mean? Alien. Oh, that's music. Right? Don't you token stab with pointy things. Apparently I'm doing braver a lot.
The planet will claim you.
Is that what it's trying to do, huh? You're not working for the planet, Sephiroth! You're working for Jenova. They're not the same thing. Jenova is an alien.
Let's do this.
Hold on. Oh. Well, I was going to Sephiroth him while he's staggered.
Do this.
This is very satisfying. No, you annoy me.
Weakness within.
Whatever. Cloud is strong in every way. You're not even a person, Sephiroth. You're not even the real Sephiroth. The real Sephiroth wouldn't do this. The real Sephiroth would be
For me.
better at snarking than you are. You're sounding like Genesis is what you're sounding like. That's the ultimate insult. Fake Sephiroth. I don't care if there's Jenova energy coming off your sword. That's because you're just a Jenova puppet. You're a puppet. That's all you are. You're not even a real person. I might be wrong, but
Did you miss me?
I did actually.
No, really.
Shut up, Cloud. That's a lie.
Yeah, so what? Screw him.
That's the spirit. Yes. 2-on-1 sass off. Who needs a... Stop that. No! Sephiroth, hold still and let me stick my pointy sword in your face. Some people, really.
I'll take care of him.
Maybe you shouldn't be in close range with the guy with the really big sword who I'm pretty sure kills you in the original. No, stop it, Sephiroth. We're changing that. Oh, man. Okay, no, wait, I've got an actual healer. Why am I trying to get Scintilla? Oh, that's shiny. What is...
I'll show you what I can do.
These are Greek, but what are they? Yeah, we need healing. Mostly Cloud.
Okay.
Cloud is like, even when I'm not controlled by Lauren, I still roll, and I'm like, yes, you do, my boy. I know Sephiroth is supposed to be cool, but either he's like supposed to be like a mysterious evil figure, or he's the guy from Crisis Core,
Here goes. Cut.
and I only have the Crisis Core context, so that's the one we're going with. All right, you're gonna heal, big heal.
I'll take care of you.
No, stop trying to kill Aerith, okay? I said no. You don't get to do that, buddy. No, you don't. And also, you don't. No. Not allowed.
I'm coming.
What hope have
This one's for you.
So much hope. Okay, so first of all, Sephiroth, this is clearly your first encounter talking with a hero crowd, like a hero group, because the answer to what hope do you have is, do you not see me with my friends? That is where my hope begins in every story like this. Oh, I have a limit break. I'm gonna use that. Let's do it! Come on! Yes!
One more shot.
Oh, she's just over there saying stuff too. That was satisfying. I mean, he does have really cool music. Wait, what are you doing? You don't get to do this. My friends are gonna show up. My friends are gonna show up. Take that, Sephiroth! Defeated by the power of friendship, as is always the case and always will be.
What I miss.
Nothing much.
Let's go.
You know, just big old drama pants being a drama pants. Oh, he's got a wing now. No. Shut up, Sephiroth. Nobody is impressed. I'm sorry, Sephiroth is getting the Genesis treatment now. I hope you're alright with the fact that I don't take him seriously. His song is really cool, though. I feel like I don't know. But whatever. This is the... Okay, don't let her die. Come on. Then you need to heal yourself. My goodness, you need to heal yourself. Wow. Oh, jeez! No, he killed her! Oh my god, I'm so mad at you right now. We've been doing all of this so this doesn't happen. You big old jerk pants.
Be careful.
Oh. Because I'm your bodyguard. Oh, let's not get Thandaga. Oh, I just got Thandaga. That's what I said let's not do. No! Hell's Gate doesn't sound good. Oh, I stepped on the line. Don't step on the line. What is it? Step on the crack, break your mama's back. Oh, who am I gonna summon? You're gonna cure her. Whose summon should we use? Which summon do you have? Okay. I'm sorry, folks, but if I miss the opportunity to summon the fat chocobo against the most serious edgelord ever, I would never forgive myself. Oh, can I regen my party? Can I regen my party? Stop hurting! Stop hurting her. Oh, he has off slash. Okay, Aerith, you're gonna have to heal the party big time. Regen everybody? Ooh, firewall! Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez. Okay, hold on. Okay, we need to do some curing here. Some, like, major big time healing cure. So, save her. Okay, cool. Because she's the one who's... No! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, Cloud died. Okay, this is gonna be... Ah! Get out of there! Oh jeez, okay.
So, my turn?
Alright, so you are going to... Spell... Cure... Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, actually, this is the wrong move. Well, look.
Tagging out.
Okay, you're gonna bring him back. Hopefully he won't die again. I do have 20 of these. Oh god, run away, run away, no! No! You're very vulnerable to swords!
Gotta dig deep for this one.
Okay, this is a good time for healing winds. Okay. We didn't die because of that. Alright. Oh, I should probably summon. Who should summon? Who should summon? Oh, we determined that it was gonna... No, don't you dare! Don't you dare kill her! Okay. Tifa, you're gonna do the summoning. Oh my god. Why? Oh, okay, never mind. I need my attack bar. Okay, that's gonna be hard. Okay. This isn't good. No, nobody's dreaming of you, Sephiroth. He's gone full Genesis, and I'm just gonna complain about him. Oh, goodness! Spells. Cura. Oh, no, actually, we're doing alright for once. Thank you, Healing Wind. Oh my god, she's so cute. She's adorable. Wait, why does Tifa not have a bar? Why does Tifa not have a bar? Why does Tifa not have a bar? What's going on, Tifa? Why don't...
Watch yourself. I'm coming.
Do I have a bar slow? Okay. Oh no, he's gonna slap. No, you stop it! I know you really like slashing, sir, but no. Denied.
You've got this.
Although, like... Oh god, he died? Are you serious? Get back to life, kid. We need you here. What am I gonna do if I run out of those? Have trouble. I'm gonna have trouble. That's what we're gonna do. No, you stop it! You butt pants! Why do I not have... Oh, Tifa's like posed. No, get... Oh my god, everyone's gonna die. This is bad. Okay. Spell... Cura... Yeah. On Cloud. Tifa's doing fine, but bring him back to life. Don't let him die. Don't let him die. Okay, he's not dead. Oh my god, will you stop that? Nobody likes you! As hilarious
Enjoy it.
as it would be to summon... Oh, well, maybe we're gonna do this, actually. Let's do this. Come on, let's do it. Come on, Tifa, let's do it. Okay, be unfrozen. Get out of there, because we need you to summon Fat Chocobo. Because this guy... Okay.
Help us out.
I'm so happy about this! Yes! I feel like I'm getting revenge on Genesis right now, folks. Okay, get out of there. Okay, you're gonna heal everybody with spells of curing the not dying. Is what you're
It's
doing.
your turn.
Okay, you're gonna also cure Tifa? Tifa's gonna punch him in the stomach. That's a really effective thing. It knocks the wind out of them. This is great because we're listening to this incredible song. It's a really incredible song. Like, it's a really, really good song. But, okay. Oh, man. But I'm basically treating this like I'm fighting a character that I think is really dumb. So we're having a good tonal disconnect that this game did not intend. Oh, shut up. Did you see what Chocobo is just rolling over him? Oh, it's so great. I love it. I love everything about it. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. Look at this Chocobo. Take that, Sephiroth. Amazing. So good. How did it get so good? Why is it the best? I don't know, but I'm gonna limit break you soon. Okay, abilities. Star Shower. Oh, he moved out of the way, jerk! Are you suplexing him? Excuse me, Sephiroth? No! You're not the martial artist here. I am. I'm sorry. It's just... It's rolling. Oh my god. That's what you get. That's what you deserve, Sephiroth. You deserve... I'm sorry. I promise I usually take final bosses very seriously in serious games, and this is a serious game. Without a doubt. It's a serious game. But... Sephiroth, unfortunately, has an entire game's worth of my resentment towards Genesis for doing exactly what he's doing right now. And as a consequence, I am living out an entire game's worth of frustration by dropping a giant chocobo on his head. Alright. Serious mode. Activated. That's not good. That is not supposed to be there. He's literally destroying the planet right now. Because when he says her, he's not talking about the planet, he's talking about Jenova. Because he's a Jenova creature. Please keep my party member from dying. I guess you go for it. I should probably use Oh my god, can you avoid gravity magic in this game? Where is he? Where did he? Why? Get down here! Get down here! You... Do any... I don't know that any of these... Oh good, he came down here. Thank you. I'm going to do... I'm gonna use planet juice against you, Sephiroth. You're gonna destroy the planet while I'm using the planet against you. Also dolphins. I'm gonna, just in case, because it's probably a good idea to start having magic, because he hasn't yet turned into, like, worse Sephiroth, which I feel like he's going to turn into worse Sephiroth now. He's definitely sending them at me, but they're Mako colored.
Welcome back.
They're from the planet Why is he controlling destiny if he's trying to destroy the world and says that he is
Make it right.
protecting it? Oh man. That was cool. Aerith, you're cool. I like you. Yeah. So I don't remember much about Advent Children, but I do remember everybody jumping a lot to hit things. So I feel like this is our Advent Children moment. That's the movie, right? That's the name of the right one, right? No. Okay. That's Jenova energy exploding. Did he? No, 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 no. Oh no! Oh no! 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 Do not turn him into a Sephiroth. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Do I have to defeat the Sephiroth inside of me? Because there's Sephiroth inside of me. Thanks, Hojo.
Careful now. That which lies ahead does not yet exist.
Please don't kill Cloud.
Our world will become a part of it one day, but I will not end.
This is Jenova speaking, not Sephiroth.
Nor will I have you end.
This is...
The end of time.
The edge of creation.
That's basically what I meant.
Cloud, lend me your strength.
No. No.
Let us defy destiny together.
You're not the real Sephiroth. No, Cloud. No. 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 No.
Never.
That's my boy. This is an illusion. You're not Sephiroth. You're Jenova. You make illusions. Nothing you do is real. I'll believe it when Aerith tells me it's real, but until then, I don't believe or trust anything that happens around him. His dialogue actually makes a lot of sense, I think, if you interpret it as Jenova has taken control of him.
Not yet.
Oh, jeez. No, 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 no. Do not kill my boy.
7 seconds till the end. Time enough for you, perhaps. But what will you do with it? Let's see.
Please don't kill Cloud. Please don't kill Cloud. Please don't kill Cloud. Back to the human side of things.
Vice President.
No longer Vice.
Mr. President. That's right.
Heidegger didn't know, did he? Or else he's just not settling into it. Everything over here. But where? Wait. Where? When? Is... But... No, but this is the one we just left. This is... Because... But... Try to make sense of this. Gonna sit down in Daddy's chair, are we? Where are you? How does this fit? But we're changing destiny. We set foot in another timeline. Where are you? See, this is the Jenova breaking out. There's Hojo. Nobody likes you, Hojo. Maybe if you hadn't tortured Jenova, Jenova wouldn't be so hell-bent on destroying the world now. That's my theory.
Wait. Is that all of them? Hey, Cloud. You see that?
Tell me. 7 seconds to change fate. What do you do? What is that? I don't understand how you can play this game and not have played Crisis Core because you don't know who Zack is. Wait.
Here.
Thank you.
What? Don't understand. Wait, wait, but he... Biggs?
Marlene.
I wondered who would be on top of the orphanage. I'm glad he's still alive.
Daddy?
What?
Marlene! I'll come back.
Where and when
So, what now?
are we?
Sephiroth.
See, it's purple.
As long as he's still out there.
I thought you beat him.
I feel like I'm missing something.
We can.
I want something concrete to hold
We
on to.
will.
I don't think I'm gonna get it. Not in this
Count me
game.
in.
If it's to be a hunt, you could use a nose like mine.
Where's Zach? I want to know where Zach is. I'm sorry.
I'm in too.
Oh,
Bastard wants to destroy the whole planet, doesn't he?
sure does.
An enemy of hers is an enemy of Avalanche.
That's some guitar. The moment I heard the sound of the guitar, I knew it was going to be him.
Almost there, Cloud. We're almost there.
What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean?
I miss it. The steel sky.
I would be lost, drifting alone, floating up high, time after time, and there you'd be, shining brightly. Your smiling face to guide my way.
That song that it plays in that one area, which is the same melody with the guitars, was a Crisis Core reference. That was intentional.
Brought to my knees, when beaten down, when broken up, you would appear, reach out to me,
I mean,
heal every wound,
I'm covering this song.
and make me whole.
That should go without saying.
Was it all a dream? Will I never know?
I'm listening.
Foolish and blind to everything. Had I realized, had I thought it through, would you be here in my embrace? Shine bright once more, guide me
I love this song already. This time I will never let you go. Oh man, there's a guitar duet. Oh, they're like, Lauren, do you want this song in your life? And I'm like, yes. Okay. Oh my god, okay. These people right here, this cast is incredible. The voice acting is so good. Oh, Jessie Raspberry. She has a last name. Oh, I didn't know that.
darkness serene, lurking beneath. But I was consumed with this emptiness, this selfishness, this void to fill.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn this music up.
Hear me once more.
this song is the sequel. This is Crisis Core 2. Like, this is the Freedom sequel. Like, this literally is Crisis Core 2, folks. This is literally, like, I was joking. This is literally Crisis Core 2, my friends. Like, this is Crisis Core 2. Wait, who just subbed? Wait. Hold on. Okay. Aerith's voice actor, if you are out there listening to me, I hated Aerith in the original game and I barely remember the game. Oh, that's good. And then I played Crisis Core and I fell in love with Aerith. And then I played this game. I actually think the dialogue in this game is fantastic, but there were a lot of scenes where the heavy lifting, a lot of it is the voice acting. Like, you all did fantastically. Oh my god. Like, hold on. Do we have, just have to check and see, do we have, yeah, so let me give you a little context. If you see this emote of me with the little, like, lesbian flag in the background, Aerith comes out in the dress in Wall Market, and I made the exact same face Cloud did. So I actually had to come out on stream because of that moment. Anyway, wait, okay, so this is the scenes from this game. But how much is going to change? God. Like, I just, like, oh my god, it's such a pretty song. I'll spare you my badly written lyrics to it, though. God, does Jessie live? Is Jessie gonna live? Oh my god! I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I will take any members of Avalanche surviving that I can get, but if I can get hold of them, I'm gonna be really greedy. Oh my god. Alright. So, I'm sorry, I'm a little all over the place here. Wait, is Jessie's voice actor here too? Oh my god. Hi. You guys are really, really, really good. Those were Jessie's gloves. Oh, okay. No, people bought them gift subs. Oh, thank you. I didn't understand. Okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure because I know that sometimes they'll come here. Or come to streams or be on streams and be interviewed, and I think one of them streams. Doesn't Aerith's voice actor stream? Someone's gifting them subs. Okay, well, thank you for gifting subs to people. We have a hype train going, so... Okay. Anyway. So... Hi, everybody. I have to figure out my feelings about this game because they're kind of complicated. The cute little babies of them, like little baby Cloud Mullet. He's so cute. Thank you to everybody who is. I thought I was gonna cry, but I didn't cry. Oh my god. Sean is gifting a sub to President Biden. I see. Okay, so there's a thing going on. You have to explain these things to me because I don't fully understand Twitch culture despite having streamed for a long time. Okay, well, Mercurius, I don't know how Crisis Core will be as an experience knowing that Zach can live. This is okay. I have a complaint to make from a narrative perspective. This is a terrible place to end the game. You need to go a little bit farther. We need something more concrete to hold on to. So, my overall impression, first impression here. I'm not mad. I'm actually fine with the idea of changing fate. But I don't know what that means. And I don't like the fact that I don't know what that means because I don't know how to feel about it. And I guess maybe this is like they're gonna have to like go home and figure out how they're gonna fix it. I have no problems with this being the direction that they take. Like I said, I don't mind changing the future, but I don't know what it means. Ah, okay, Axel. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but I would have liked a couple of story scenes. Like does Zack save in a, like, okay, so if we save Zack in an alternate timeline, what does that mean for this timeline? Because they specifically said that our characters will be different because of the events that are changing. Like I'm intrigued and I'm happy and I'm excited and I'm curious and I don't know. Okay. Well, let me fill in a couple of holes for myself here, if that's all right with you folks. Oh my god, I really want to know what happens to Wall Market. I really want to know what happens to Wall Market. Do they break free of Don Corneo? And yeah. So, things that we know, things have changed in the world. Nobody... Yes, Yomify, we have to talk about Wall Market. They showed me Wall Market. I could not talk about it, okay? If you give me any excuse to think about Wall Market, I'm going to. I don't know if maybe I'll play the original. Like, should I play the original? I mean, not immediately, Sean. I promised everyone I was going to play Hades next. And I do need some time to digest this experience. Okay. So, I'm pretty positive. I understand why I didn't like Sephiroth in the original. Was Sephiroth... Did they change him for this? Prior to, like, whatever's going on with there in the end? Oh, okay. So maybe we won't play the original, we'll play the new thing that they're going to release with the compilation thing. So Sephiroth is very changed. Okay. So if you were playing this game, knowing the original, you would be like, why are they doing this with Sephiroth? He's different. He wasn't in the original up to this point. Okay. Okay. That actually makes a lot of sense. That makes so much sense. Okay. So my theory prior to this was that Sephiroth that we saw was solely Sephiroth in Cloud's mind, because Cloud has had Sephiroth cells put in him by Hojo. That happened. in Crisis Core. That is a thing that occurred. But I'm going to take back what I said necessarily about fate being... Well, no. So Sephiroth does kill President Shinra in the original. So and like, were there like these like other Sephiroths in the original? Okay, huge spoilers. Okay. Cause like, okay, so there are those other dudes. I have to be very careful about asking questions and stuff because I don't know what this is going to mean for the future. So, looking at this from what I have to go off of, which is mostly not Final Fantasy VII. I've now got a couple of pieces from all of you, thank you. But it sounds like it's not actually, because what I was beginning to wonder is this game itself prior to the break with Fate actually different from the original? And it sounds like no, actually, the rest of it, with the exception of Wedge surviving, is actually in line with what happens in the original. Because I was wondering then, like, are we already departed from Fate? And is Sephiroth continuing to depart from Faith? It was a bold move, yeah. I can't even imagine playing this game without knowing Crisis Core. Like, it makes perfect sense. Like, as a person who played Crisis Core, I'm like, oh, they're bringing it back around. Oh, this is tying into the end of the previous game. Oh, shoot, they just did something that messes with the ending of the first game. What is the third game going to hold? Because if you think I'm not going to call the next one Crisis Core 3, you got another one coming, because the next one is Crisis Core 3. I was absolutely correct. This is the Crisis Core series. Wedge might not be dead, though. We didn't see him die. So for all we know, he might have survived. So, like, oh man. So like, not knowing who Zack would be really confusing. Crisis Core, I really loved it so much. The conclusion, okay, so I don't know Dirge of Cerberus, and I don't know whatever the other one was. Okay, so remake was Crisis Core 3. Yeah. No, it makes sense, Noble Samurai, it is a problem. And it's kind of weird that they didn't, like, I would expect them to have re-released Crisis Core, to have come up with a reason to re-release Crisis Core before this game came out. And be like, oh, we're just releasing Final Fantasy VII content. That's us, not because we're making Final Fantasy VII Remake as though it's the sequel to this game. Yeah, like, just remake it and just cut Genesis out. It makes everything better. Oh, okay, so the remake is gonna have Crisis Core Remake. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Hold on, let's see. Are we gonna get any post-credit thing? We are. And are we? No, we're not. Gonna get weapon upgraded. Cool. Alright. Okay, gameplay recording resumed because you exited the blocked scene. Okay. I should have, just to be safe, I should have saved this on my computer just in case, but it was fine last time. So I think it was alright. Oh, man. Okay. I think it was okay because the last playthrough, the last stream was safe too. So I'm looking kind of a little bit at chat. Oh, does the ending song get muted on Twitch? Ah, that's mean of them. I should have saved it locally. So just to let folks know, because that actually really sucks. I don't default save things to my computer. So if that's gonna happen, let me know in advance with games just in the future, so that I can save it locally, and then when it goes live on YouTube doesn't have that problem. But otherwise, we'll just make it work somehow. And I guess YouTube will probably, I'm sorry, YouTube, if you wound up missing an entire section of me talking about things. Yeah, no, unfortunately, I stopped doing local stuff because it sometimes lags a computer and takes up a lot of space, and I don't have a lot of space on my laptop. The thing is, with YouTube won't mute it. YouTube will just give ad revenue to the copyright holder, which isn't a problem. The problem is that Twitch mutes it, so that's going to be a problem. Well, I'm going to look up the lyrics to that because I'm going to make a cover of that song, I think. Oh, they take down videos entirely on YouTube. All right. Well, I guess I'll just download this from Twitch. And, because they didn't take down my previous playthrough video, which had a section that was a blocked scene. Huh. Well, that's weird. Well, then I guess we'll be safe. Sorry, YouTube, you didn't get to see that live. I don't know if I talked about anything important. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but I'm going to download this off of Twitch just to... Okay. Yeah, I've heard people talk about the song Hollow. So I knew that there was a song called Hollow. I want to look up the lyrics from Cloud's point of view, because it feels like the price of freedom is Cloud's point of view too. Yeah. It's a good song. I mean, taking a tenor song and making it a soprano is always rough, but I'll find a way. So I got a little distracted there from the game itself. Okay, that's good to know, Little River Girl. I don't know that mine is going to have been saved though, because if Twitch hides it, like if Twitch mutes that part of the stream, which they'll do sometimes if you listen to copyrighted material, if you stream copyrighted material, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. When you take a song from a tenor and you make it soprano friendly, you just transpose it to a different key. But that doesn't mean that it's going to have to be transposed for me to sing it, unfortunately. So I was talking about the story, and I got, hey Chris, good. I wasn't sure if you were here, and I was gonna say, Chris, we're covering this song. Geeks and Guitars again is my friend that I did the cover of The Price of Freedom with. Oh, did I, Null Girl? Okay, well we'll see what happens. Oh, why would I use harmonica when I have a flute? I can change the character of a song. I'm allowed to do that. So at this point, there were a few things that I'm pretty confident of. Sorry, folks. I'm gonna get back to talking about what's going on in the story and stop talking about the copyright issues with the song. So I don't care what they think they're doing with Sephiroth. I don't care what they think they're doing with Sephiroth. I literally cannot comprehend anything with any meaning or significance that they could possibly do with Sephiroth that wasn't Sephiroth is a puppet being controlled by Jenova. Sephiroth was a person with a name and a personality and relationships. Those are all gone, including his personality. He does not act like Sephiroth. He looks like Sephiroth, but that is where the similarity ends. It would actually be really cool I think, if they revealed to us that he is in fact being controlled by Jenova, or is in some way an expression of or extension of Jenova. I'm gonna hit the resume button so that we don't have that. Okay, yes, hard difficulty. Record of your adventure, bonus stuff, combat simulator, skipping the bike minigame. Nice. Okay. I like the thought of that, because that would be really interesting to, because Sephiroth is dead. As of Crisis Core, Sephiroth is dead. He dies. And the Sephiroth that we see here doesn't act like him at all. At all. Like, I feel, for those of you who watched my Crisis Core stream, I was like shocked by Sephiroth because he was like interesting and I liked him. People lose pieces of themselves on the live stream, memories of their childhood, etc. Well, if it would be weird for Zack to die at the very beginning of the next chapter. I mean, they could do it, but it would be very weird because, again, if this is Crisis Core 2 and that is Crisis Core 3, a big reveal, a big moment in this emotionally is, wait, Zack lives? And so to immediately undo that would make it, well, why did you even bother doing that in the first place? So I don't think it would make a lot of sense, personally. Like, from a we're telling a story and causing our players to have emotions perspective, like, that would not make any sense. Why would you do that? It would be cheap. It wouldn't make sense. They would, like, it would not be a good thing, I don't think. But I don't know if we're going to have parallel dimensions or what. Oh man, the bombing run again, but Zack jumps off the train. Maybe. Well, because if we think about it, if Zack lives, so much would be different. So much would be different. And when we see them at the end of this game, they're the same people. And they're like, oh, we'll be back. We'll be back. We're not in Midgar right now, but we'll be back in Midgar. But if Zack lives, everything's different. Like, and that's cool and interesting, and I would be curious. Now, the tricky thing with that is if you change the past and move to the present, and our characters are different people, then you have something kind of like one of the problems that I had with the TV show, and I'll try to avoid spoilers as much as I can, but The Good Place. There are times in The Good Place where things get reset and the character development that we have seen up until that point is no longer there. And I found that deeply frustrating, because I'm really interested in seeing how the characters that I know and love grow and evolve and change. I'm very invested in that. So having that go away, even if they have a cool thing they want to do with it, I find frustrating. So if they were to reset the characters, so to speak, and we had new versions of them that were not the people that we know, then basically the characterization that they've done up till this point would be undone, because they would be dramatically different people. That's part of why, like, changing fate moving forward, as I initially thought they would do, would not undo the development of the characters that we had up until that point. And I think it would have been great to be that. Like, I would have been super on board with that, even if they made changes that weren't the changes that I would have wanted to make. That is a much easier thing to do. That is not what they did. It would have been really cool, I think, if they'd done the thing that I thought they were going to do, but they decided not to do that. But yeah, no, this is not, like, they make it very clear this isn't Final Fantasy VII, the original. Like, you have Final Fantasy VII, the original, if you wish to play it. But they've written themselves into a corner with this. And as Kazejin is saying right now, okay, yes, Kath, I'm going to be talking more. As Kazejin is saying, this could go really badly. Like, they could do a lot of things. They've opened a lot of options, but they've written themselves into a very difficult place. A very difficult place. There are many, many things that they could do. And I obviously, personal taste is not the ultimate decider of what is good and what is bad. But this sort of thing can be really complicated because you can't have the characters as we know them. You wind up in, it's a time paradox. You can't have the characters that we know as we know them and also have Zack live. There's no way that could have happened. And therefore, either our characters will change, perhaps they will start losing the parts of themselves and gaining new memories and kind of having to figure out, and we'll have a strange and uncomfortable, like, process during which they lose their old selves, gain their new selves, and are uncomfortable at the thought that they are losing something, which could be super interesting, but it's not really something that I think I've ever seen anyone do. Or you could have a parallel timeline that becomes another game, which is this is the timeline that we unlocked where Zack lives, and you get to meet those versions of this character, and there's the parallel timeline version of Aerith, the parallel timeline version of Cloud. The lingering shot on the stamp design, I don't know what that means, though. I mean, I don't remember Stamp being in Crisis Core, but that doesn't mean he wasn't there. Oh, it was a different dog. Okay. I apparently didn't recognize that. Okay, so that was a little bit where they were showing this is a different dimension. So then the question is, if we're going to have these two parallel dimensions, you know, are they going to be the same game? Are there going to be two separate storylines? Are they going to overlap again? What changed? Okay, why did saving Zack in a parallel timeline change anything in our timeline? Sephiroth wants to destroy the planet in the original? That felt vaguely familiar. Maybe I'm wrong. But, like, so I'm just kind of like, why? If the change is in another dimension, then what changed in our dimension? How did we change? You know, like these are questions that I need to know, you know? And I want to trust them. But it does really kind of feel at this point like they didn't know what they wanted to do with it. And maybe that's unfair of me. And I'm totally willing to see what they do because I'm really invested in the character-based stuff that they do. When you start getting into, like, existential, gigantic bad guy wants to destroy the planet because that's what bad guys do, which is very common in JRPGs, especially Final Fantasies, it is not the most interesting, compelling, consistent, or like, meaningful thing. And so I tend to feel most of the Final Fantasy series, I think, has that happen to some degree. An evil chandelier descends from the ceiling and says, "I am the embodiment of all evil." And Yeah, when she said, I miss it, the steel sky, and it's not there, like, but is she talking about the fact that they're no longer in Midgar? Because they are no longer in Midgar. At that point, they look across a gulf and Midgar is there. Well, like Aerith says he's going to save the planet, but he's not going to save the planet. The steel sky is a Crisis Core reference? Okay. My memory is still not super great, so I don't know all of the details. Yeah, well, in Ada, it's the smaller character-based struggles that make it so good. That's what really matters in stories. If you want to tell a larger-than-life, planet-fighting god story, you can do so. But it doesn't generally mesh very well with very character-driven stories. So... Well, I'm more thinking about the fighting with Sephiroth at the end. Because, I've completely forgot that I fought the big whisper thing because it meant nothing. It was just there was a boss and I fought the boss. But there was no reason to care about it at all from a story perspective. That entire section of the game was the amusement park ride part of the game. So the battle against Sephiroth feels like it has more meaning. I don't know what that meaning was, but I know that it's there. Okay, so Sephiroth's line to Aerith before entering the crossroads: "Those who look with clouded eyes see nothing but shadows." See, I kind of tuned out what he was saying because he just sounded like Genesis to me. But I don't understand. At this point, we don't know anything about Sephiroth. We don't know who he is or what he wants. Because he's not acting like the only Sephiroth that we've known as a character in Crisis Core. That guy's dead. That guy died. He went crazy because it turns out he was the product of a mad science, evil science experiment with an alien. So he lost his mind, went nuts, was going around killing things, I think. And then I think... Did Cloud kill him? Did Tifa kill him? Somebody killed him. Anyway, he died. He died. In Crisis Core, he died. He's gone. Sephiroth isn't actually Sephiroth anymore. He died. He went crazy, and he got killed. So, the guy who's running around, the entity that's running around wearing Sephiroth's face and using Sephiroth's name in this, isn't actually Sephiroth. So we don't know, we know literally nothing about this character, or this character's motivations. And so, which is, I think a problem. I was really emotionally invested in all the stuff to do with Zack. So they show me the Zack stuff, and I'm like, yes. I'm confused about what you're doing with this, but I'm having feelings about the fact that Zack is here. But, they give us literally nothing about this Jenova Sephiroth. And it's very strange for that to be the final boss. I mean, I suppose from a Final Fantasy perspective, it's not, because, again, in Final Fantasy games, frequently, the ultimate evil is a chandelier that descends from the ceiling, says, I am the ultimate evil, you fight it, you win, woohoo, game over. In this game, fighting Sephiroth made about as much sense as Zeromus. Fighting Sephiroth made about as much sense as, I can't even remember what its name is in Final Fantasy IX. The actual chandelier. What's it called? I think its name begins with an N. Necron. Thank you, Deep Shock. Sephiroth in Final Fantasy VII Remake makes about as much sense as the final boss as Necron does. And that's actually one of the biggest insults that I can make to any final boss in any JRPG. And so maybe it will make more sense, Logan. At this point, any complaints that I have could very easily wind up being resolved. I'm not saying that everything is bad. And I'm not saying that the next game is going to be bad. And I'm not saying that I'm dissatisfied with the experience that I had. But I feel like they had to cut this game off. And so they have these, like, frayed edges, like fabric that's been torn and, like, the threads are all coming undone. And I feel like what we saw at the end of this game was frayed edges from having been torn off of the larger fabric of the story. So perhaps when we put it together with the rest of the story, those edges will mend and that will make sense. But it feels like they wanted to have a really cool fight at the end that felt really epic, but they didn't need one. They didn't need an epic fight. We really didn't need that. Like when I was joking about Capcom and for at least, I don't know if they still do this, for a while there, Capcom games, regardless of what genre the game was, the final boss would be a space shooter. And this felt like that. It felt like we'd been playing a game with this certain set of characters and this certain set of concerns for however many hours. And then they decided that we were going to fight a space shooter, like have a space shooter battle against God. And it doesn't really work emotionally. And that's kind of a shame because the emotional heart of this game was the really good heart of it, in my opinion. And I think part of why I'm so dissatisfied right now is because I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. I have no feelings. And that's unusual because I have big feelings about things. And so if they'd had all this stuff and I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. I don't know how the universe is going. I don't know what the bad guy is. I don't know what the plot's going to do. I don't know how these things can converge. But I know that I am happy about this and sad about that. Then I would be okay with it. Because I will forgive a lot if I'm emotionally invested. And right now I feel like all of my emotions have been kind of like cut off. And some stuff happened. And Zach is alive and I'm not even crying tears of joy or sadness. So I can understand why people are frustrated with the ending. I thought what people were going to be upset about the ending was that they were going to change a thing. And people are like, that's not what I want in my Final Fantasy VII. I didn't realize it wasn't really going to end. And it was going to just be a bunch of frayed threads coming off of a fabric. So, yeah, well, the thing is, I'm not even wondering what the writers are going to do next. I'm wondering what the writers just did. Because I don't know what they did, and the only reason why I have any belief at all that they did know what they were doing is because they've built some trust up until this point. Because if I didn't already trust them, I would be like, oh, they have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea where to go from here. They just are like, oh, and then JRPGs get big and explodey. Let's do that. And I guess we'll have some big thing about fighting God. So I don't get what's going on, and I wish I knew how to feel about it. That's so frustrating. I somehow thought that I wasn't going to have a problem with the ending quite the way that my sister did. But everyone that I've spoken to who hates the ending says that they loved, the vast majority of the game and then hated the ending. I am totally willing to have the person, I'm totally willing to give this a chance and love the rest of the series when it comes out. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to withhold judgment on how I feel about the ending of this game until I know what it's supposed to be doing. Does it make sense? Does this make sense if you've played the original? Do you have context? Is it because you know Sephiroth that it makes sense? Okay. So instead of a bunch of arbitrary, weird, and confusing things, you're like, I have a few pieces. Okay. Huh. Sephiroth and other media. Okay. So, here's a thing that might be a problem. When I watched Advent Children, I thought it was one of the stupidest stories I'd ever seen in my life. And I know that it had like a whole bunch of Sephiroth things in it. And so if this is going to be building on Advent Children, that's concerning to me. Oh, it was really pretty. I don't like fight scenes though, so a lot of it was wasted on me. Okay, so there's some books. Okay. That's good to know, Little River Girl. Perhaps I should read those books. Because I really don't get it, and it's frustrating. I feel like this game... I feel like Final Fantasies need to not require supplemental material in order to understand the game. Final Fantasy 15 apparently has a movie, which I've seen, and a mini-series, which I haven't seen, and I think also a book, and then a bunch of downloadable, like DLC that also isn't complete. And I think I think if you're doing that, you're doing something wrong. So if this game is requiring you to have consumed all the supplementary materials in order to understand the primary base game, then that's a problem. That's really weird. Okay. Well, I don't know how I feel about that, but I never liked Sephiroth until Crisis Core, and I liked him, but this game, like, everything that I liked about him is dead. Everything that I liked about him as a character no longer exists. So, like, I don't know. I wish I could give you guys... I feel like this is probably, like, the most boring ending to a game and the most boring ending to a stream ever. And I apologize to everybody who's watching this and to everybody who maybe tuned in being excited to see what kind of brilliant thoughts I might have or whatever. That I'm just sitting here like, I don't know. I'm going to have to put that on hold for a couple of years and then I'll get back to you. No, but see, like Sephiroth... in Crisis Core, having a breakdown and just killing people and going crazy was fine. Like, that's a fine decision that they made. And I like that they did that. And I want, like, if they were like, now we have this weird amalgamation of some of the Sephiroth personality and Jenova, that's cool! That's cool as hell. I want to know about that. I want to play that. I want to hear that. I want to know what that would think. What would that be like? That's so cool. But they have to actually do that. If Sephiroth is more than just bad guy, says bad guy things, like, I mean, you know I hate Genesis. And it's like... I feel like Lauren hates Genesis is like a meme in Lauren's channel. But the reason why I hate Genesis is because instead of bothering to make him an interesting and cool and compelling character who is emotionally tied to the story and the characters and stuff, he took over every scene he was in and said lines that were supposed to be cool instead of lines that were supposed to be emotional and personal. And that was awful. It was such a garbage thing to put into a game that had such a big, like, emphasis on characters' emotional relations. So me saying that Sephiroth makes me think of Genesis, the fact that I summoned the fat chocobo to roll around on Sephiroth while I was cackling in delight tells me that something about the ending section of this game failed hard for me. Because I really want to know if there's something if I'm supposed to care about him. They failed to give me any reason whatsoever. And I'm okay with him kind of sneakily like being there in the background and being like, we're building to something. Then you have to build to it. You can't like sneakily hint at something and then drop the character there and act as though you have made it. Unless the entire point of it is that they're going to go back and be like, yeah, well, but things like even our characters are acting as though they know something about him that I don't know. And there's no way for them to know it. They have no information that I don't have. And if you're not supposed to care about Sephiroth at this point, then why was Sephiroth this entire end section? Bye, Dustmaya, thank you for joining. It was good to have you here. Like, okay, so the end of this game reveals that Sephiroth is from somewhere else in the timeline. So Sephiroth and Aerith have information about what's going on. Because Aerith clearly knew, and she's like, you're all wrong. I thought that when Aerith said, you're all wrong, I was like, she knows that he is a fake clone entity being controlled by Jenova. That's not what she meant. That's what I thought she meant. But that's not what she meant. That works for me. I can work with that. Because it actually makes more sense in the context of everything that happened after that point. Makes more sense if we put it in the context... Sorry, we're just going to talk through this right now. If we put it in the context that Aerith knows whether she has timeline shenanigans sense or she's hearing about it from the planet or what, Aerith knows that that the thing that is wrong with Sephiroth is not his existence as a Jenova-controlled entity. It's the fact that he's the wrong Sephiroth. He's coming from somewhere in something else. So the Sephiroth that we're seeing that is a Cloud, that's haunting Cloud. Yeah. Like the Sephiroth that's haunting Cloud and following the plot of the original is the one that I'm used to thinking about. That's the Sephiroth that I know. And then there's other Sephiroth who shows up, and I don't know him at all. So I'm thinking through this. Yeah, well, I was trying to figure out, like, do the Whispers listen to Sephiroth? Are they trying to stop him? Are they trying to protect him? It felt like they were trying to protect him. So I'm trying to make sense of this. Yeah, like the Whispers seem like they're trying to protect the timeline, but then you fight them at the end, and it seems like they're being controlled by him. I want Aerith and Zack. I want to know what it's like for Aerith and Zack to live. I don't know. There's two Clouds? Okay, so the Edge of Creation scene is in the original game? Huh. Okay. Sephi and the Time Janitors, yeah. Yeah. The future, but the future that they think is bad, some of those are scenes that I recognized. Some of them I didn't recognize, but that doesn't mean they weren't in the original. The setting of the Edge of Creation, okay. Okay, that's alright. So, like... And I'm trying to be careful here because I don't want spoilers for the original game. And I'm asking questions, I realize, and that's kind of a dangerous thing. But, like, it feels like... I don't know, whenever you get into timeline stuff, I need someone to hold my hand in the story through what timelines are. And that's going to be really hard because this game is doing the opposite of holding my hands. Well, honestly, though, it is somewhat helpful for me to know that it's not that I'm supposed to have a reaction to Sephiroth. It's that there's something else going on there. See, Funkelstiltskin, that kind of makes sense on a meta level. Like, preserve my game, preserve my game, preserve my game. But I wish that the game that I just played had any of this plot in it. Because I feel like I just played the conclusion to a game that doesn't exist. And I want the conclusion to the game that I did play. And I would be happy to play the game that the conclusion that I just played was to. I probably wouldn't like it as much, but I'd be fine with it. Oh, there was assess information there. That would have been good, actually. Hey, actually, no, there's a question. Can somebody copy-paste the assess information from the Endgame Whispers for me? Because that's information I could have at this point. Thank you, Nightwind. I'm sorry that, I'm sorry. I feel like this is probably a terrible ending for this playthrough, and I'm really sorry. I wish I could deliver a normal ending. I wish that I had understood this so that I could give us a bookend, but I don't. So yeah, the game itself is you beating up a bunch of ghosts and now time's broken. Yes. And Aerith was aware at the end that Zack walked past her, but she wasn't aware that she was aware. It was complicated. But, yeah, I don't know. Well, like, there's a little bit of pressure because I do really like to break stories apart and speculate things. That I feel like I should grab things and be able to grab things. It's part of why I got so frustrated when I was playing Kentucky Route Zero, is because I was like, I don't understand Kentucky Route Zero. I just across the board, I don't get it. And it was frustrating because I'm used to getting things, and I feel like kind of one of my things is that I get things, or else I misremember and then build like an entire stack of thinking what happens based on an incorrect memory, but that would never happen. Yeah. And I don't mind the twist. That's the thing, Serious Inc. I don't mind the twist. I just don't know how I'm supposed to feel. And I really liked the fact... Okay, Axel is posting assess stuff in the Discord. Let me go ahead and access that. Thank you, Axel. Okay, so assess descriptions. An entity from a future... Oh, what? Excuse me, what? Excuse me, hold on. That would have just told me everything I was... The one time that I don't assess at all. Because I was like, how important will an assess be at this point? Apparently. That was what literally the entirety of me understanding this would have hinged on. Oh my god. So it is an entity from a future timeline that has manifested in the present day. That's literally all I needed to know. I don't need to know who they are or anything. All I need to know is that they're from a future timeline. Because I don't know who or what the Advent Children dorks are. I don't care about them. All I needed to know was that little bit of information that I could have gotten during the stream and probably pieced together that we were having the future has come to mess with things. And that would have made all the sense I needed. That's all I needed. Oh my god. I'm so mad. because that's actually all I needed. Which is literally nothing to do with Crisis Core. Like, Crisis Core didn't hold this game together for me. This game mostly held itself together, and Crisis Core gave it some extra context. But the one thing that I was missing is something that has nothing to do with Crisis Core, but has to do with this game, which would have been a signal that the future timeline is coming to try to change things. And we are trying to prevent... Because I would have been able to... I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I could have done it. Why didn't I assess them? That's such a shame. I could have actually had... I think I actually could have gotten what I needed to get out of that without having to piece this all together with you. Like, the future came to fight us. To protect the future that gave shape to it. So we're changing the future that made some badness. And so they've come. So basically, in that case, you've got both the Whispers and the, like, hooded dudes. And they're both like, please don't change this. And you're like, no, we should change this because something's wrong. Because the timeline that they're from is wrong if they're connected to Sephiroth. Because Aerith tells us that they're wrong. Yeah, I would have gotten to that too, probably, Blue Glass. But, yes, Sephiroth sends you to fight them. I'm frustrated. That, like, I think I would have pieced it together on my own if I just had that. And then I wouldn't have, like, known everything. Because the thing is, like, I don't need to know that it has anything to do with Advent Children. I don't need to know what their names are. I just need to know how they fit into what's happening to me right now. And the game did actually provide it. Yeah, Aerith didn't want to do everything, but realized that it was necessary. So, I don't know. I kind of want to go back and watch that whole section again and see if it makes more sense to me. I'm sorry. I want this to feel like there's an actual bookend to it. But I think there isn't. Yeah. That's okay. Well, we'll see what happens. At this point, I have so little understanding. What Murgirl for following. Like, I want to know what was going on there. I want to know what Aerith knows. I want to know what Aerith's goals are. I want to know what this Sephiroth is and what happened. I want some pieces to hold on to. But we don't know. They made the decisions that they made. They counted on me. Yeah, like Marlene said things. Like Marlene knew something. Like I don't know. Like just like I don't know. I'm so confused. But I guess I'm supposed to be confused. And I don't know how to feel. I don't know. Okay, so here's the thing. So my roommate is a big fan of the what are they called movies? Fast and Furious movies. And she said to me, okay, I might have the numbers wrong here, but she's like, I think she's like 7 came out, and I think is it 8 that's going to come out. But she was like, basically, there's going to be a new set of movies. And I don't know whether we are going to retroactively decide that the series ended before this set or not, depending on whether the last one in this set is good. Because if the last one in this set is good, then the entire set is good. And if it's not, then the entire set goes away. And I feel like that's kind of how I feel about the ending of this. So I don't know. It depends on whether they actually have anything to do with, like, it depends on whether they do something with this in a way that actually gives me feelings. Like, I want feelings. Like, all I care about at this point, all I want is feelings. If I knew that I was excited or scared or had mixed feelings because I'm like happy and sad at the same time, then that would be my feelings. But they don't give you an emotional note. Like, the ending, the emotional note that this ends on is confusion. And that's frustrating for me because then I have nothing to go forward with. But yeah, good night, Brian. Thank you so much for joining. And we did get that cool song. And like, I want to know what's going on with Zach. I want to know what's going on with Zach. Like my heart is like, I mean, I have feelings about Zach. He's a character that I love very much, and I really want to know what that would do, and like, would that take away some characters' developments, and who would they become? Like, I don't know. So I guess I'll go back and look at Hollow and look at the lyrics. Yeah, like when you see Zach again, and he's like, he's walking, carrying, like letting Cloud lean on him. I was just like, man, that's so great. I have feelings about that. I want to know where that goes. But I don't have any idea. So if they have two different storylines, and neither one of them is the original, and then they have to converge in some way or support each other or something, like, I don't know. It is really interesting. And I would be interested in that. Or it could be a spin-off. That's the thing, is I wonder whether there's like alternate universe Zack lives, and that's going to be its own timeline that are separate games. The convergence will be Aerith's death, maybe. I don't know. I wonder. And it's difficult because you have to be careful not to make the characters that you're writing and their development meaningless. And it's very hard to do when you're not operating in a linear space and a linear time. So a Zack game running along Final Fantasy VII as a, like, what would have happened if Zack had lived, would be really interesting. I personally think I would probably rather read that as fanfic if it doesn't have any connection to the original almost. But if they are going to do something with it besides just have these two different games now, I'd be curious about that. But I'm curious. Yes, the I don't care what happens to these people is a problem. Yeah, we saw the scene of Aerith dying break because, like, you could probably tell that was, like, most of the scenes that they showed, I was like, I have no idea who this is or what this is. I don't know if this is the original, but the moment that happened, I recognized that. I knew that. Apparently in my memory banks, that exists. So that one I knew. But yeah, I don't know. And I don't even know that I want to, like, have, like, the voice chat I thought was going to be me talking myself down from the emotional thing. I felt like those futures were breaking personally, but I don't know. Like we don't know for sure. All we know is that we can no longer walk into. Yeah, I mean, they could kill. I hope they don't kill Zack again. I feel like unless they do something very, very good with killing him again. Like, if there's some reason why we have to, like, reset the timeline and Zack is like, it's been so nice to get to know all of you, but I will sacrifice myself and step back into the live stream so that things can go the way they're supposed to go. I think that would be okay, because that would be such a Zack thing to do. But they'd have to do it right. But, I don't know. Yeah, my emotions, I don't even know if, I guess deflated is a good word for it. And yet in Cloud having 7 seconds, what will you do with it? I was like, oh, is he going to go back in time and save Zack? But I don't think that's what happened. Like, what do those 7 seconds mean? That's really, really significant. Oh, man. I don't know. Well, so overall, my take on it is the characters are great. The character development is great. I love them. They're well written. Their relationships are fantastic. Their development over the course of the game is believable and interesting. They did so much good stuff. And the overarching plot is good and interesting. And I want to know where the stuff with Shinra leads. I want to know what Rufus is doing. I want to know how any of this ties into the idea of heaven as a real place, according to what Shinra believes about the ancients. Like, I want to know all of that stuff. So I'm still very invested in that. And I'm also invested in wanting to know, like, what is going on with Zack. I want to know what the plot is going to be. And like, as long as the characters, I mean, honestly, like Ada, that would have made a lot more sense and been a much more emotionally coherent experience at this point. If they then introduced Sephiroth, like, if we'd gone through and did all the stuff with Shinra and Rufus, and then this creepy, scary guy shows up and is like, I'm going to change fate, and all we know is, like, he's like, I'm going to do something to fate, and Aerith says, that's bad. We can't do what he wants. And then, like, we could have a showdown. That would work, too. They just did a little, like, they could have either done a lot more with Sephiroth or a lot less with Sephiroth. They kind of did something in the middle, and I think that's part of the problem. But yeah, I'm curious. I'm very curious about all of this, and it is cool that we don't know what's going to happen next. Yeah, but they could even have, like, the fate thing with Sephiroth. They could have handled it, but I think they would have had to have assumed less about what we knew about Sephiroth. And I think that would have been fine, but I feel as though they assumed that we would have information that is not given to us. And I'm like, and like I was saying when I was talking about my speculation, earlier, like, I love the fact, like, I loved the idea that people who played the original will then not know what's going to happen next, and I was like, that's super cool. Which is what they're doing. My idea for it, I think, would have been a lot more coherent, but less flashy, and I think they really wanted a flashy set piece to end this, which I don't think they needed. Like I said, I don't think it was in keeping with the scope of the game as we had played it. Like, usually JRPGs have the decency to slowly build up to the point where you go and fight God. You don't usually fight God in Disc 1, which is basically what happened in this. We were fighting Disc 1 villains, and then suddenly we had to go into space and fight God. It's a strange choice. Yeah. I think that's maybe part of my problem with this. I think that's maybe the biggest problem, I think, is they escalate it and put a lot of stuff that could have been fine if it had happened at a different point in the game. And it doesn't It doesn't make sense. Tonally, thematically, plot-wise, like, how are they going to have end sections of future games if they have to one-up this? And we've already fought God and gone flying through space as existence itself is being broken apart and fed into a vortex tornado. Like, it's I don't know. It does kind of like, but Sephiroth only wants what to happen because that's how he was written. That's something that I think people will say, oh, well, it had to be that way because that's how the world is. And I'm like, well, the world was created by the writers, and so they wrote it that way, so they could have written a way that makes more sense. But yeah, like, I've seen people making fun of it. I think it's fair. I remember, I think, is it the Night of the Round summon in Final Fantasy VII where, like, they, like, show up and blow up a whole bunch of planets or something like that, and you can just do that over and over and over again. And people kind of laugh about that. And it's kind of, and then you, like, just go back to, like, fighting random bosses. This kind of feels like that. Except that this is, like, canonically plot stuff instead of a summon that's outside of reality. Apparently I don't remember Knights of the Round. Night of the Round is a video game cover band that is a very, very heavy metal band. So that's why I'm using that name, I think. So ending the game after you leave Midgar was terrible before Remake came out. And I said I only cared about the Midgar stuff. It's because you normally leave Midgar and that is not the climax of the story. So they wanted to make a climax and they added Sephiroth. Yes. But the thing is, like, they had a climax. They had a climax already. They had a climax that was totally great. The climax was, we're trying to stop we're getting Aerith out. We're trying to stop Shinra. Things get out of control. Shinra has a coup, kind of. And we gotta get the hell out of town. Because everything with Shinra escalates. And I think that would have been a really great, and then running away and getting out of Midgar so we don't all die without being able to say goodbye to our friends while being chased out of Midgar by a giant epic battle thing would have been a good fit. And so they had that. And I because I was like, how are they gonna, like, end this if this isn't the end? Because this feels like an end. Well, so as I've said, I would have expected a divergence of some sort. And they could have had a divergence of some sort that didn't involve, then a character we don't know shows up, talks about things we don't know, and then we fight God. So, I don't know. It's weird. Like, there were things they could have done that might have indicated that this is different. Like, they could have leaned into the number of plot departures, like Wedge living and things like that. There are a bunch of things they could do. They could have had Wall Market rise up, and that could have been a component, and maybe we could have, like, go hole up in Wall Market and figure out how we're going to get out of Midgar. I think that would have been way more interesting, but obviously I have a pro Wall Market issues story. So I think that changing the story, they could have done it in a way that wasn't just, like, cutting the story with a knife and putting something else or not putting something else. So I don't know. I'm over here wanting them to make something that has nothing to do with the original, and be like, what would be a sensible direction for the story to go if it were following its own story instead of following the story of the original game. And it would have been building on the characters that they fleshed out for this game and situations that they created for this game. And they could have built on that and done interesting things. But instead, their efforts to show that this isn't Final Fantasy VII, the original, require you to be intimately familiar with Final Fantasy the original, because they're building on the sequels that have to do with Final Fantasy VII the original. Which is kind of the opposite in a way, if that makes sense. So it sounds like what's going to happen with this game is going to be in line with and connected to all of the content of the original Final Fantasy VII stuff, instead of departing and becoming its own game. So that's my... I would have been okay with plot ghosts if they had done something. But if they're going to basically make it continue to be Final Fantasy VII remade, except occasionally weird stuff happens that you're supposed to be familiar with Advent Children to understand. That's not a game I'm as interested in playing. So we'll see. And that's true, like, no, people have opinions about things. I'm not as enthusiastic about this as I hoped I would be. I'm disappointed about this in ways that I did not anticipate. But I really, really want to trust the writers. So I want them to pick up the characters and let me not care about the plot. Like, I can live with thinking that a plot is stupid and deciding that I'm completely disconnecting from caring about it at all if I like the characters enough. So they can give me emotional beats that I care about and characters that I care about, even if they decide that the entire rest of the game series is going to be like fighting God while God talks about existence and really like Genesis style pseudo deepness that I make fun of the whole time, so that I want to just roll out the fat chocobo every time Sephiroth shows up. I would play that. If the characters were likable, but I really, 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 really hope that they don't do that. Because I'm really afraid about that being the case. Like, that would be awesome, Serious Inc. They go to the Golden Saucer and it turns out Jessie was never a rebel in this version. And Jessie is in fact an actress at the Golden Saucer. That would be super cool. I would be so excited. I would love that. And having weird moments where we have to piece out, especially if our characters remember their original timeline and are discovering what's different. And have the people that they know expect them to be the way that they would be in the timeline that we now live in. And we don't know that because we didn't grow up in that timeline. That would be really interesting. So there's a lot of things that they could do that could be really cool. So who knows? Yeah. Like, we don't know from here. And so that is interesting. But I guess I'll have to reserve judgment on this. I'm sorry, folks. I feel like this is probably, and I know I keep apologizing, but I feel like this is probably one of the worst final streams I've ever had in my 5.5 years, going on 6 years of streaming. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what direction it takes. We'll see how I feel about it after I've slept on it. I may have to, like, disconnect from this game for a little while. And maybe I'll indulge my stupid fanfic for a bit. Or I might take a break from Final Fantasy VII. I don't know if I should get into the homework that they want me to do or what. but I'll figure that out. So I do not know what Final Fantasy VII content will appear on this stream between now and Crisis Core 3 coming out. But I'm gonna need to take some time away from this. Oh man. Well, thanks, KG Dewdrop. I'm glad that you could tell the moment I could tell it was Zach's foot. Because I know that section of the game really well. Yeah, maybe I'll confer with Axel. Sorry, Axel, you're my Final Fantasy VII person to talk to, so we'll get your opinions on things. But I'm going to save the game, and maybe we'll go through and do more stuff and have a Lauren thinks through. I'm going to make a second save in case I want to replay through that. Yeah, so after this we're going to dive into Greek mythology, which will be a non-linear game experience as I understand it, but that's okay. Well, thank you all so much for joining me. Well, the thing is, Terminator 7, I played this as Crisis Core. Because I came to this, or Crisis Core 2, because I came to this having played Crisis Core 1. And this is the sequel. It takes place after that. And it mostly holds up very well that way. So, yeah. I think it'll be nice maybe to play a game that is... I don't know, we'll see. But I'm gonna have to take some time. Ending a game is always weird and kind of anticlimactic, but this takes the cake. It's the most anticlimactic ending I think I've ever had. Yeah. No, sorry, I didn't like Final Fantasy VII for several decades. If you'd asked me what I thought of Final Fantasy VII, I would have gone off about how much I didn't like it. So Crisis Core was the first one that I liked. And it made me willing to play this game, because when this game was announced, I was like, well, that's good for everybody else. I'm happy for people like Axel. I'm never going to play it. Why would I ever play it? I hate Final Fantasy VII. Oh no, they're making more of a game I don't like. That's fine. They do that all the time. I'm also not playing a new Call of Duty, you know? But I really liked Crisis Core. I really liked Zach. What can I say? And I find... So the reason why I played it is because my sister said, Lauren, Crisis Core is really, really good. And I was like, wait, but you hate Final Fantasy VII. She's like, yeah, well, I retroactively like Cloud and Final Fantasy VII because I played Crisis Core. And I was like, whoa, what? And she's like, also, Zach is one of the best Final Fantasy characters of all time. And I was like, what? Are you serious? And then I knew other people who really liked Zach. And they're like, okay, you're going to play Crisis Core. Besides, I was like, I want to play a game that makes me cry. And everyone's like, you should play Crisis Core then. I was like, I'm not going to cry. I already know what happens. I'll be fine. I don't care. And the rest is history. You can go watch that on my YouTube channel right now. You can watch how much I don't cry. You think you're prepared. You think you're prepared for Zach to die. You're not prepared for Zach to die. No matter how prepared you think you are. Anyway, I'm gonna go probably take a walk and have feelings or something, because I haven't walked in a while, and I don't know. Maybe I'll do a voice chat, maybe I won't. I don't know. Thank you all so much for joining me. I wish I could have given you a better experience at the end that wasn't just me sitting here I don't get it for an hour and getting increasingly frustrated. But it's been fun to go through the rest of the game with all of you. And when we get Crisis Core 3 and figure out what happens, we will revisit my feelings about this game. Or if there's more DLC or whatever, we'll see what that looks like and how that stuff goes. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate all of you who came along with me and who stuck around through my confusion and have made me feel a bit better about this, because I don't know. I wanted this to be a better experience for all of you, and yet here we are. But I do appreciate it. So yeah, like if you I don't know anything about the DLC that was announced. I haven't looked at the DLC. I haven't looked at trailers. I haven't looked at anything. But maybe we'll take a look at that at some point. I mean, I guess we could have watched that this stream. I mean, I guess we could watch it right now if we wanted to. But I didn't like Yuffie. Well, I liked her in Crisis Core because, like, they were like, she's an obnoxious, small, bratty child, and Zack is going to, like, indulge her bratty childishness. And I was like, that's cute. But, yeah. Do we want to watch it? Do we want to watch Yuffie? Okay. Well, then we're not done yet. Thank you for sticking around. Okay, hold on. Let me go to YouTube. Oh, actually, no, somebody link me. Somebody link me. In stream chat. Somebody link me. Oh, wait, no. Axel got it. Thank you. Okay, hold on. We're going to do, let's see if we can do this. I think I've still got, hold on. Hold on. We can do this. Where is it? There it is. Properties. Make sure this is going to pull the right thing. Okay. Looks like we're good. Let's do it. Okay. All right, folks. We're going to watch this. You should be able to hear it just fine. Okay. Okay.
Quickly!
So this is the game that we just played.
Where you been?
Tifa! Help me!
Come on, let's push it past the red line! Now it's my turn!
I mean, the music is still really good.
Got your lethal force right here!
It's interesting that they're showing things
Touching reunion.
so close to the end of the game, like
Well,
they're
guys,
assuming
your
you
girl
played it.
finally made it to Midgard.
This is different. Wait, what? Why is she wearing a Moogle suit? Oh my god.
My name is Yuffie, materia hunter and elite special forces operative for the new Wutai government.
Oh no.
Prove to our common enemy.
Am I
that
gonna
Wutai
like
is
her?
not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche, we got this.
I'm back.
Ah, there
Wait,
you are.
what?
Someone's been expecting you.
What took you?
Sorry about that. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. I'm Sonon Kusakabe.
Where's Cloud?
We lost him.
You what?
He will be okay though, right?
Well, of course he will.
They're the ones who blew up the reactors.
Cool. Should we say hi?
Oh my god.
Better not.
Oh
After
my-
what they've done, you gotta assume Shinra's on their tail.
Look, a Moogle! Stop!
You gotta
What?
help.
Oh my god. Because she has to hide the fact that she's from Wutai, so she's wearing a costume. But because... Oh my god. The fact that she's a super serious little child who's like acting like she's like, I'm really cool and I'm in a heist story, and then she's... Oh my god. It's like a little kid being...
Freaking way!
Oh my god. She's like a little kid who thinks that she's like Sherlock Holmes type, that disconnects, you know? Oh my god.
Get wrecked!
Did she just say get wrecked?
You guys should probably get moving.
Got it.
Whatever it is they're planning, you're better off out of it.
They deserve what's coming to them.
Yeah, they do, but I'm not your sister.
There you are.
Who are these jerks?
No clue. It just appeared.
I sure hope that they didn't just like show too much of everything. Remake integrate. Oh, okay.
Let the hunt begin.
What was that last thing at the end? I don't know. I don't think I like it. But, okay. Oh. Gact stuff. Oh, I don't care about Gact stuff. Dirge of Cerberus. Okay, well, I don't know anything about Dirge of Cerberus, but that's okay. Man. Another Genesis? We don't need another Genesis. One Genesis was too many Genesises. I'm actually excited about that. Oh my god, is that somebody that people hate more than Genesis? Amazing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, somebody I'm gonna hate more than Genesis. That's incredible. I don't know how I feel about this. Okay, so Genesis is still hated more. Okay. The Moogle hoodie is really cute. I would totally get that. So one of my problems with Yuffie in the original was that I thought she was one of the most annoying characters ever. And I thought that the game thought that she was supposed to be cute. But she's actually like... Do you remember at the beginning of this game, there was the kid who was like hiding in the dumpster and was like, I'm keeping an eye on things. Like, I can't remember what it was that he said. But you're like, yes, child, absolutely. You are standing watch in your dumpster peeking out of this. There's something about the, like, when kids take themselves very seriously like that. So, and the fact that, like, Yuffie actually does seem like she is actually caught up in some big stuff. Also, I really like that she's from Wutai collaborating with Avalanche, which is kind of what the spin that Shinra is putting on things. See, this is the thing. They have... Okay, this is the stream that I'm allowed to swear. They have their weird, dumb Nomura bullshit happening at the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake. And I get really frustrated and annoyed, and I'm like, oh, that's dumb. Sorry, I left my door open. And I'm like, I'm so frustrated and annoyed. And then they're like, hey, you know, like, politics and character development and stuff from this game? And I'm like, immediately like, oh yeah, I'm super on board. Like, suddenly the Yuffie thing shows up, and I'm excited and happy again. Oh man, okay, well, whether it was literally Nomura or not, it falls in the category of Nomura bullshit. It feels like Nomura bullshit. I'm just saying it a lot because I don't swear on stream much, but it feels like Nomura bullshit. It has the right flavor, which is why I don't like Kingdom Hearts and stuff. But yeah, like the moment that this started and it went where it went with Yuffie, and I was just like, I mean, I don't know if you could see it, but I could feel it. And look at me, I'm smiling like this. This is my reaction to it. I want it. I guess I'm gonna have to figure out how to get a PS5 at some point in the future so that we can get that. Yes, I want that. Like, yeah, give me interpersonal drama. Give me the political situation between Midgar and and Wutai. Like, give me other Avalanche people to get to know. Give me Yuffie and her super serious dude who she's following around. Like, make me like the characters I thought I hated. Absolutely, Loki. Like, that's the thing is, I don't like disliking things. I'm not like, oh yeah, I hate that thing. Like, I actually really like things. And I really enjoy liking things. Like, not liking something that other people like is like missing out on a chocolate cake. I want the chocolate cake. I want every chocolate cake. So, I really like it when something can prove me wrong and I can be like, oh wow, I actually love this. So, if I can, like, love Yuffie, sign me up. Give me another character to get excited about. Yes, please. So, okay. This is a thing that they made after the game I just played ended, or was made. So, they're still good writers. They're still gonna write the characters well. They're still gonna write the characters that I love. They're still gonna do some stuff like, I mean, they showed the Shinra leaders, like they showed Rufus in this. Not in that. In the game. Not the video. So, like, this stuff that I like is still there. It didn't go away. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get more of the stuff that I want. The ending can be a short bump in the road to what comes next, which will hopefully be more delicious, delicious, delicious characterization. Oh, so good. I really like the characterization. Oh, really? There's a lot of quotes affiliated about. Well, I guess I'll have to go back and see at some point what you folks decided to quote, because I put so much of it. Yeah, they can't take away the good part of the characters and story from us, so. Alright. I can tolerate timelines and plot ghosts. I mean, I had a really hard time. To be fair, if you may or may not recall this, I had a really hard time with the end of Undertale, because I didn't remember who Asriel was fully. And that was really a really bad ending to the stream, and I couldn't sleep until some people explained to me what I didn't understand and made it make sense. And I talked through it with them, and then I felt better. So this is not the first time that a game's ending has left me confused. And in that case, the problem was my brain. In this case, I don't think the problem was my brain. I was rushing things that stream. Yeah, that was while I was still married, and my ex-husband was frustrated with how long it was taking me to stream that. But yeah, so this is not the first time I've been frustrated by that, and then wound up liking the game and its ending once I realized what it was. So it is entirely possible that we will play through the next game, or even just like play through the Yuffie section, and I'll be like, all right, no, that's good. And maybe the next game I'll be like, okay, let me patch these pieces together. So yeah, so this is good actually. I'm glad we watched that preview, because I probably should have watched that sooner, and then I would have felt better and ended on a better note. Because it reminded me of the things that I loved about this game. Because I really, like, the things that I loved in this game, like, I'm allowed to swear on this stream. I fucking loved them. Oh, the power. Don't worry, I won't abuse it. But yeah, so reminding me of all the things I love makes me excited about the fact that there's going to be more content of the stuff that I like. And I can put up with dumb timelines shenanigans. So that makes me feel better. That makes me feel better. Yeah, so it's I would say it is a 98% fantastic game. So I'm going to think about the 98%. And there's going to be more of that coming. Along with Zach, in some capacity. I can live with that. I can live with the 98% of this game that was fantastic, that watching Yuffie for some reason reminded me of, which actually that is it. That's the thing. It's so good that it can take a thing I didn't like and make me love it and excited about it. That. They're going to do that. They're going to do some... Oh, what if Zack and Yuffie meet up again? There's so many possibilities that they could do. Oh my god. What are they going to do about the OT3? Oh, OT4. I don't know. Somebody was like, in this fanfic that you're writing, this high school AU fanfic, like, what are the pairings going to be? And I'm like, I don't know, folks. Yeah, okay, so the 2% is the price of freedom. Occasionally the story gets incomprehensible, but that's the price of freedom, so we can do new things that aren't what was in the original. Alright, I'll figure it out. Yes, get wrecked. My former negativity about this character, yes. That is what happened. That is what she did right there with her ninja star. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. I think that that's good. Yeah, they're gonna give me more of the stuff that I want, with cool things that I never knew would be able to happen. Yeah, okay, so that's there we go. This is where we're ending. We're ending on a good note. Most of what they do is good. They're gonna do more of the good stuff. I'm excited about the good stuff. The stuff that I didn't like will presumably make more sense at some point in the future. And even if it doesn't, as long as they focus with the majority of the story on the stuff that I care about, I'll be fine. And Zach. All right, folks. I think that's enough of that. I've been going for almost 4 hours. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sticking around till the very end. Oh, I owe a bunch of stretches and hydrates. I'll be sure to do that after I shut this down. Take care of yourselves, folks. Take care of yourselves. And I will be back on more streaming stuff next week with Hades, and I don't know what else we're gonna do. Oh wait, no, I do know what else we're gonna do. We're gonna do Disco Elysium after that. But yeah, so if that's something that you are interested in any capacity, please join me. We're continuing to play through Suikoden 2 on Tuesdays, and Final Fantasy 14, we're almost at Stormblood, kind of, on Wednesdays. And I think I might be doing some music or tarot or something on Saturday. So please join us on Discord. Please read my fanfic. Thank you, Chrono. Yeah, take care of yourselves. And I will see you all at a later date. Take care. Bye.